fuel. It's domination in a can. Tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Welcome to the U.S. Nationals, where the eastern side of the bracket will battle it out for their spot to go to land. And as usual, I'm your boy Billy, and right here we got the blue-eyed beauty, Stokes. Don't leave me hanging, baby.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I'm sorry. Whoa.
So today we actually have some really good games. We have Rise Nation and a few other familiar faces coming on board. First game of the day, we're going to have Rise there. It's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, it's going to be Rise versus Deja Vu to start us off. Then we're going to have a rematch. It's going to be Chips Eguac, apologies, chat, for that last week, versus Seven Spades. Dude, my Spanish teacher just messed me up.
It's
man.
fine.
Just messed me up.
Don't you date a Hispanic girl?
Yeah, I do. She says it's eh, too. More like an A, not an E.
She's so fake.
Dude, she is.
All right.
I literally live 15 minutes from the Mexico border, and I still mess that up.
All right.
That's how harshly I messed that up. Anyways.
It's fine. And for those of you that have Twitter, I hope that all of you do. Make sure you go ahead and use our hashtag, R6USN. You can join the discussion. You can talk about the matchups. And, you can ask us questions about what's going on, and we'll be happy to answer you. And after that, there's been some money thrown around, man.
Yeah.
Venmo's giving away, what, $700?
Oh, something like that. We'll get up on your screen there. But we gave away $700 last week. First prize gets $500. Second and third get $100. That's how it breaks down. But you guys enter your clips on a website we'll show you here in just a second. If you enter your clips in, you have a chance to win that $500 grand prize. And then, second, third, you still get $100. Very big deal. Use that hashtag we're about to pop up for you. Hashtag Venmo Community Spotlight. Use it on Twitter. Talk about it. Get your fun clip fails, crazy kills, awesome plays.
Everything.
You accidentally team killing your entire team with a nitro zone getting kicked. Anything. I'll laugh over it, and we'll both have a good time, and you'll make some money doing it. ESL.gg/Venmo-R6USN is where you're going to put in those YouTube links. Make sure to get them in there. You can make money. You can get one of these Secret Labs chairs or buy a bunch of game fuel.
Yes. Get the blue one. The blue one.
The blue one is the best. Yes.
Blue one. Shout out to Mountain Dew. I love you guys.
Yes.
But by the way, don't wait forever to send in those clips, because I believe that tonight we're actually going to review a few. So
yeah, we're going to be reviewing a few tonight, as well as just some clips from overall this stuff, so we can help make that Monday show great. If you guys don't know, we do make a Monday show, so make sure you guys are watching that on YouTube as well.
Those shows are pretty good. I'm sad I missed the last one, but let's jump right into the fun. Let's take a look at the rosters that are going into the matchup tonight. Starting with Deja Vu, we're going to have Murdy, Yoji, Drew, Riddle, and Slippery. It's going to be a pretty interesting roster, and some of these names sound familiar because the foundation of the team started with Drew and Murdy, who are actually on Two-Face. So, in a way, this is kind of their own revenge tour.
Oh, it's like Deja Vu.
Exactly.
Oh, wait.
Deja Vu, right?
See what they did there? You see what they did there?
Yes, but the person to keep your eye on is going to be Riddle. He's going to be their entry fragger, but hey, Murdy and Slippery, the flex players, they should come out as well swinging. And this Rise Nation roster, we know them. I know them. You know them. Chat should know them.
That's what I'm saying. You might say it's Deja Vu, but it's just another day in the office for Rise Nation. It's Vandal, England, Acid, Factor, and Tracken. Those last two names I just mentioned, remember those names. You might have the foundation of Vandal, England, and Acid, but Factor and Tracken have definitely been the difference makers. Tracken, even though he's been playing a lot of Ash, man, let me tell you, he's been using Ash to an absolute top level. I mean, even they played Consulate last week, and actually he ended up getting a kill through the bathroom floor with a breaching round. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, dropped down to benches, shot it right up underneath him, killed the guy behind the shield that was sitting inside a restroom.
If my memory serves me correct, Tracken's first big game on Rise Nation was actually on USN, and he went against Space Station Gaming, I believe. Rise Nation, they fell. It was like 2-7.
I believe.
But still, Tracken did extremely well, and Factor was an absolute beast. But let's see what map we're going to go to tonight. So, You know,
I don't have the mind games tonight. We're going to bank.
I'm guessing.
All
It's
right. Okay. Good job. You're the best.
So we're gonna go to bank. We saw bank played on Tuesday. It was a pretty fun game. We're Rogue. Vertical's flank was actually amazing, by the way, coming out of spawn against the coach. I forget his name.
Oh, Intrinsic.
Intrinsic, right. So, the theme of this matchup, in regards to USN, there's a bit of a curse with the top-tier teams going against, the up-and-comers. And do you think there's a chance for upset tonight?
I don't think Rise Nation is going to slouch, honestly. Rise Nation seems like a team right now, especially, with the younger new blood added, that they're hungry. They want to earn their way back into Pro League, fight up through Challenger League, all that kind of stuff. This, again, they just want to be able to go to a LAN and say, hey, we deserve this spot. We deserve to be here. They're not going to lay down. They want to bowl anyone over that's in front of them, and I think that's something we're going to see tonight.
And this team has all of the talent in the world, so it's all about execution. So I spoke with England about, an hour and a half ago. I said, England, why is the USN curse a thing? Why are these up-and-coming teams actually beating you guys? And he says, hey, they have no kind of expectation for themselves. They go out, they play reckless, they peek everything, and they win. A team that's hungry is always going to play better. You don't want to go against those type of guys. And it being a best of one makes things so much more difficult, because if you lose the first half and you fall behind and you lose the first map, you can't game plan for the next map. That's it. So, hey.
You got to deal with what's in front of you. Quarter mile at a time, I think somebody once said.
There you have it. And for those of you at home, if you have Twitter, we put out votes to see which team you think will win. Let's go ahead and see what you guys have in mind, and it's 75% Rise Nation, which is entirely fair.
Yeah, I definitely think it's fair as well. Again, we've seen it plenty of times, especially with the likes of Rogue, that the community vote, albeit leaning towards the team that is more than likely favored to win.
More known.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a curse.
You know what, though? This is the thing. So, on paper, Rise Nation is the best team that's going to be playing tonight.
Yeah.
On paper. I'm not wrong about that. But throughout history and what we've seen throughout these brackets, these up-and-coming teams, you can't count them out.
No, you can't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Deja Vu and Rise Nation. They're going to be going off for the first game of the day here in the Eastern bracket. It's going to be here on Bank.
It should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Again, as you said, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with Deja Vu here. They're going to be starting on attack. Rise Nation's going to be on defense, which means Rise Nation's going to have the first ban. And again, I'm going to be interested to see if Deja Vu tries to ban out anything in particular, because they're definitely going to have more VOD on Rise Nation than Rise Nation has on Deja Vu. So again, it's kind of walking into the woods blind, but that's kind of how it is with a lot of these younger teams. You just have to expect the play style and see what happens with it. Two regular bans coming out. We're going to have Habana and Jackal banned, and those are pretty regular for Bank, especially with Jackal. Habana usually banned out just so that you limit the potential for hatches.
Yeah.
Jackal banned out because it makes it to where you can actually roam.
Yeah,
But
Jackal is not in the game. It makes roaming so good for this map, because the map is so big and wide. There's so many places you can hide, and it's going to be a roamer's paradise. But Maestro is going to be the first ban on defense, actually, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. Because
especially with Echo still in the field. We'll have to see if they ban Mira. They should ban Mira. Mira's gone. Okay. There we go. All right, so Mira and Maestro banned out. It's, having Echo still in is definitely a thing. I understand it, because a lot of people are really, really good with the Alda. Alda's pretty easy to use. Again, I talk about it almost every time I'm on the desk. 81 bullets. It's an absolute laser beam.
Yeah.
And you can challenge that long angle from garage extremely easily, limiting the mag capacity. Granted, the MP5 SDs is still a fantastic weapon, and right now, yokai drones are literally insane because they're practically invisible. Kind of a weird thing to allow that one through, I would say. I'd say Echo's definitely in a better spot than Maestro is right now.
I would agree, because Echo, you literally only have one counter, which is going to be IQ. If Slippery dies, and Echo's going to run loose. You're not going to be able to stop those yokai drones. But Maestro, on the other end, he has about 4 to 5 different operators that could, get rid of those evil eyes. And last time we saw Bank on USN, I believe it was Slash Hug or Shuttle. They dominated Bank with Maestro. And I mean,
Slash Hug.
Slash Hug.
Slash Hug and Shuttle traded it off. Slash Hug would play it downstairs. Shuttle would play it upstairs.
Yeah, I believe the first round, sitting in garage, he was able to zoom in with the out of 5.56 and getting, 2Ks, 3Ks.
Yeah, I think he got a 4K the very first round that they tried to pressure.
Yeah.
Because they didn't put anybody garage. That's what we were talking about prior, is that they did not have anyone flank garage. So We'll have to see if they establish that long angle. Yeah, they are. They're going to leave this other panel soft here. The one that Acid's walking by on his left. They're more than likely going to open that up. But more than likely, yep, put a yokai drone inside of garage to make sure that no one can possibly flank. And I'm sure, as you guys have more than likely seen, once again, the yokai drones are extremely invisible right now. So they are in a very good spot. Of the two, I would definitely want to ban Maestro right now, ban Echo right now, comparative to Maestro. But again, it's pick your poison. You either pick the gun that has 81 bullets and you practically can't miss because it's just accuracy through volume, or you go up against Yokai, whose utility is in an insane spot right now.
And by the way, I'm going to give a shout out to the chat and everybody else out there for USN. The support has been real. You guys are amazing. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in once more to this amazing program that we have. But the person that I'm keeping my eyes on is going to be Murdy. Murdy is one of the 2 in-game leaders on this roster. And he's actually on Maverick. So I personally don't see a lot of Maverick when it comes to attacking this site. How big can he be?
He can be massive just because he doesn't have a counter. You don't have to worry about things like Factor with the Kaid. You are able to get all of the hatches you really need. And especially with Habana Band out, you're going to have Maverick to be able to control a lot more hatches. Because if you think about it, you can only really get the server to CCTV wall with one of the exothermic charges, and you can get 1 hatch. With Maverick on the field, you can get possibly 2 more hatches if it's done perfectly. Vandal's going to try and challenge on blue stairs now, but going to come up with literally nothing.
With nothing but a shield protecting him. Yes, he has a teammate right behind him, but the teammate didn't come in big because he didn't have a good angle to help him out. So playing it safe on the server stairs, the electric claw gets destroyed, and Factor is going to go ahead and run away. Yeah, he's going to be with his teammate who has a pretty shiny purple suit with him. I forgot what character that was, but Rise Nation, they're on the retreat. And by utilizing this blowtorch, another hatch is going to go down. And Deja Vu, all players are alive currently, and they're moving in. There's 1 minute and 10 seconds left. That's more than enough time to make a great play. And by owning the server room, with the exothermic charge going off, now it's going to be all of the Deja Vu to get this plant down.
That's actually the Rainbow is Magic smoke skin. Makes him
that was smoke.
Makes him a fluffy cat. It's pretty great. See?
I like it.
Look at it. Vandal's a fluffy cat for this game. Anyways, that toxic gas is still definitely toxic. It's not, anything fun. I can definitely tell you that. Plant now going through is actually Factor is going to hold onto that nitro cell, so that's a good thing. They're actually going to flame out the hallway. Factor's going to take quite a bit of damage, but sprints across into Gold Vault.
Yeah.
So this is just going to be a battle of attrition here as the second Toxic Babe will go off. 30 seconds left. Vandal's going to have 1 more Toxic Babe. Acid still has his Yokai drones, and we still have Nitro Cells. That's the second Cardiac Sensor. Nitro Cell sails through, but to find nothing. So that Toxic Babe was holding them off. No moves just yet. Oh, quick Nitro Cell, and it claims 2! England coming up big, going fishing. Somebody's going to have to try and don the mantle here. It's going to be Yoji as the Thatcher, but the Yokai drone of Acid going to work out here, and that's the first charge. He's going to have to stick it again, and that's going to be a freebie for Rise Nation. Playing it to a T. Deja Vu did not have a thing to do with that round. You had to try and get there early enough to bait out a lot of utility. You have to be there just around like 1:30.
You're right.
I thought Deja Vu was paced very well at the beginning. They were able to recognize out that there was no roamers and knew that they only had to deal with blue stairs. Again, we had a conversation about this last week, but always bring it up again just for new viewers. If you're trying to take over a map quickly, especially maps that have a lot of roam presence, get your drones pre-prepped around staircases to where people can rotate from, and you're able to recognize out extremely early on, especially because on this map, there's only two staircases to rotate up. If you get 2 drones next to it, you know if anybody leaves the basement. You go, okay, nobody left the basement. We can just take over immediately. Hey, we have 1 guy watch between the 2 drones, and that's it. That's it. That's all you need. So with that being said, they're able to take over the map extremely quickly, but they just faltered when it came down to the actual server push. Did not have time to get rid of all of the utility, and also they could not handle the Yokais.
You know what? So that's the point I wanted to make. Me personally, I feel like Deja Vu, they played that round perfectly. Now, their biggest downfall was the fact that England is such a beast, and he was able to get the 2K with the Nitro Cell. Because if he didn't get that, Slippery was the IQ. She could have shot out that Yokai drone. The opening in the wall that was created from Thermite was really big, and she was able to get a great angle. Smoke also utilized 2 canisters extremely early in the round. The first one was, I believe there was 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the round, and it was used on server stairs. So utility on the end of Rise Nation was extremely low when it came to playing denial, and all they had was the Yokai to stop him. Slippery died, the C4 happened, Deja Vu fell behind, Rise Nation came away with the win. Me personally, I feel like Deja Vu could have gotten that plan.
That's my boy, Belly.
No, I'm learning, man.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
man,
I'm trying
you're doing
to. Okay, so for those of you at home, yes, I'm not gonna say I'm new anymore to Siege, and now that the game is slowed down to me, I'm learning about these new setups and the meta, and you know, it's starting to come to me better. And when I saw Deja Vu play, I feel like they should have won that first round though, and it's actually disappointing that they didn't, because that's a huge blow. You don't want to go down against a team like Rise Nation, because Factor, England, and all of them, once they catch fire, you cannot cool them down.
Especially, look, I'm telling you right now, Tracking catches wind of literally anything. Like if he has that one moment of getting like a nice spicy 2K,
He's gonna tear it up.
that man, it's scary. It's real scary. You never want to have somebody that's an extremely good fragger start feeling themselves. Like
Yeah.
that's just not something you want on your plate. Deja Vu going to start off things quickly once again, as they are going to go for a top take here just to clear out roamers, and Rise Nation having a fallback strategy. You guys saw the hatch open inside of janitors. So as things start to dwindle down here, about halfway through the round, recognizing now that it is going to be the open area site. They do have all vertical control though, and going to start busting up the stock floor. And that's what you want. The vertical pressure here can work out extremely well. Might toss a nitro cell through, but that's not going to land on anything because we have X-ray vision and they do not. But this is going to get real dangerous for Rise Nation here. They need to have somebody upstairs to try and contest this, but they have every single staircase locked down. So this is just going to be more or less, can they win these vertical battles?
It is possible. Deja Vu, they're applying so much pressure from the second floor right now. The pressure coming in from Skylight over to CEO, and the work from Murdy is actually really good. And the IQ gets caught up. England, once again, getting a kill to start off the game big. Slippery, he's going to be out of here. So without IQ on the board, the Yokais are going to run free. England's cameras are going to be a factor now. So it's going to be all up to Rise Nation. That one kill meant so much for Rise. And with another gunfight, oh, England's going to peek it, and Murdy gets taken out the game. With Riddle coming up with the refrags, so Deja Vu, they're going to be down 2 players to just 1 on Rise Nation.
All right, well, the Eagle trades coming back and forth, and England coming up big with those kills downstairs, delaying quite a bit of time. Deja Vu holding a lot of angles, but Rise Nation battling back extremely hard. Tracking going to be playing right off his opponent as well. Quick flick on the main stairs, but fighting through those pillars is never too much fun. Tries to trade it out, but it's going to be Rise Nation to come out on top as they play the trade game. Drew tries to fight back, but just not enough in the tank.
Right, that's going to be a Rise Nation coming up with yet another win, and Vandal closing it out for his team. Like I said, it's unfortunate. Deja Vu, they apply so much pressure up top. The sledge play from Murdy was really good. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get a pick from it. Deja Vu, their strategy is really good. The pressure that they're applying is great, but it all comes down to execution. And the brick wall that they're currently running into, his name is England. England has been a one-man army when it comes to these entry stops for Rise Nation. And, you know, he's been on his revenge tour for a year. And I think he re-upped for, you know, a second tour here in the U.S. Nationals. So let's see if we can continue on with the hot hand. And with the 6th pick coming in, Riddle's going to jump on Capital. So we go over to the second floor, CEO and Executive Lounge.
Yeah, it was a very smart pickup with the Capital, especially for the buck. They were trying to pick up the Capital to counter out the Clash, but as you guys can see, that also got 6 picked over to the Kaid, which is also a smart pickup. Don't really want to run the Bandit here, apparently, but going to make it a little bit more difficult for them to get rid of those Electro Claws on the walls. Bad thing is that you can't exactly trick the wall when there's a Thermite on the field. It makes it a lot more difficult. The exothermic charges have a shorter fuse timer than the X-Kairos pellets of Habana do, which are obviously the easy thing for Kaid to handle. Exothermic charges, definitely not. But that last one I think can be summed up as this. Deja Vu seems to have a very, very quick start, but a very subtle finish. They really don't do too much. It seems almost like they really don't have the information on where to go, and they just start wandering the map like a lost puppy. And eventually they find something, but that something also has bullets, and it shoots them. I mean, that's really what it was. IQ ends up going hunting for something that she really doesn't even know. She's like, okay, maybe we can get control of archives here. She just face checks a door and gets completely demolished by England.
You want to know something?
Yeah, and you can't be doing that. That's why you have drones. There was no real info denial that they had to try and stop you. I mean, they had the Mozzie, but I mean, he can only stop 3 paths. That's really it. There's plenty of paths on bank for you to put a drone through.
I agree. And matter of fact, I was thinking about it. I was saying to myself, hey, why did Rise Nation ban Maestro first and Deja Vu just ban Mirror rather than Echo? Rise Nation won the ban phase. because they knew they were going to be on defense first. And the fact that they banned Maestro and Deja Vu didn't ban Echo, Rise Nation's like, hey, we get to use him first. We're going to go ahead and pick up this first half, and we're going to try to be flawless with it. And then, you know, you guys can try to catch up with him if you want. The Vandal's going to be inside of, he's going to be around the front desk and healing himself. Oh, that Yokai
man, that
drone
info.
spotted 3 people. So much intel was given. The IQ was able to shoot out a Yokai drone, and Drew, along with Murdy, they're going to be a victim of a triple kill. Jesus.
Look at him. Look at him
this is-
fall, man. That's the power. That is the power of intel inside of this game. They immediately have track and rotate the lobby, start hailing bullets down from Banana, and then rotate underneath through Elevator. And Deja Vu just getting picked apart right now. It's more or less, I mean, you really can't even chalk it up to much. It's more or less just outclassed at this point.
You know what it was like? The fact that they went through the front door, it was like, hey, you know when you try to go into a store while they're closing?
Yeah.
And the person's like, hey, get out of here. That's what Rise Nation did. Like, get out the bank, we're closed, slapped them all up, triple kill happened, and hey, 3-0. So Deja Vu, they have some explaining to do. They were tunnel vision when they came to the entry point of the strategy. They all went front door. Once that Yokai drone reached the ceiling and it saw all 3 of the members huddled up by the stairs, that was it. Deja Vu, they had nowhere to hide. There wasn't a lot of cover to hide behind. They didn't know exactly where the players from Rise Nation were. Once they jumped out and, you know, surprised them with that attack, the 4 kills came extremely fast. I love it.
Again, there's no real information game going on here, and there's ways to be lazy with information in this game. We practically, at this point, have an operator for everything. There's an operator in right now that they're not picking up. It's Lion. They're not picking up Lion, okay? And again, Lion right now with this meta is a top-tier info op. He's truly insane. You can literally be one of the laziest droners on the planet, and if you have Lion in play, all you have to do is find one guy, pop a Lion charge, or EE1D, excuse me, and then just go and kill that man. That's really it. I mean, obviously there's a lot more that goes into that. I'm really simplifying things, but I mean, Lion makes it to where all the information that you gather is true for a longer period of time, right?
It's simple to use, just, you know.
Exactly. You literally click a button and you get everything that you could possibly want in the world. No one can move. Makes it a lot easier. And also, you just trying to rush Grand Stairs, probably not the best idea.
Not at all.
Because again, there's also other ops that are in the game. You always have to account for those 6 picks. There's Valkyrie in. There's Yokai's in, obviously, with Echo. There's so much intel still in this game right now that you can't just go, okay, yeah, we kind of droned it, but now we're just going to send it and see what happens. It's definitely not going to be your best avenue.
And with all of the aggression and chaos that Deja Vu they're trying to cause with their initial strategy, having Lion on their end with the EOD would actually help them out because Rise Nation, there's a lot of moving bodies whenever Murdy was utilizing, that sledgehammer to open up the floor underneath them. Those players are moving. They're trying to get good angles, and if that EOD pops off and they know exactly where they are with the intel that's given, it's nothing but a plus. But now, going underneath, now hitting the 2-minute mark, not a lot has been done. Riddle, he found his way over in the office hallway, pre-aimed on these stairs. He's not going to find anybody at all. And,
a bomb has been located.
Deja Vu taking their time, and it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it seems to me with Deja Vu that their initial droning is really, really good. They're able to clear out the map very quickly, recognize out that there's nobody roaming. But after that, it doesn't seem like there's much droning afterwards to find out people's locations actually on the site. They're more or less like, hey, top floor is clear, hey, bottom floor is clear, okay, let's move on with our day. And that's about it. Until they really switch things up and try to continue droning like this right now that we're seeing, hopefully things will work out a little bit better. But it's always hard to tell because obviously we don't have permanent drone cams or anything like that. They do have the hatches open that they need. They're going to have CCTV hatch open, as well as they're getting the security wall open. Or excuse me, the server wall open, excuse me. Anyways, with that being said now, need to start baiting out utility because as you guys can see, there's an absolute crapload of it. We have 2 nitro cells, yokai drones, 3 smokes of Vandal. This is what we're talking about when we say that this is a utility stacked site.
And the space that Rise Nation are currently giving Deja Vu right now, like you said, this is the baiting phase. With the Toxic Babe going out, the defuse is currently going to be stopped, but keep track of the utility. There's only 1 more Toxic Babe available with 40 seconds to go. So once this cloud is gone, Rise Nation, they'll be able to burn 15 more seconds. And the information that's given to him from England is so valuable. He's able to pick up those heartbeats from his cardiac sensor. And yeah, they're starting to push heavily now. There's only 25 seconds left to go, and it's going to be all up to Deja Vu.
Yeah, going to be a lot of trades coming through. First Nitro Cell comes through. Is it going to catch anything? No. Just a little bit of damage onto the Thermite, who's already had quite a bit of damage done to him. Last Nitro Cell, and that's going to be all up to the Yokai drones. He does not want to destroy this Yokai. Will it find the IQ? No, but it will actually end up downing one. No, it's going to be Factor, actually, that will clean up the kill, and it's going to be onto Sly as starts trying to do as much damage as possible. Battles back and forth, but it's going to hit the overtime. It's going to be a quick Yokai charge, and it's going to be Rise Nation once again. The IQ falls, and that's all they need.
So the fact of the matter is that IQ is falling first every single time on this site. Slippery, your job, and I'm no shade at all, but your job is to stay alive and hunt down those Yokai drones. Have that scanner out and make sure you're able to get that Detronic, detector going on. He's dying. Deja Vu, they only have about 10 seconds, 5 seconds before they even attempt to do that final plant. Time isn't on their end, and it's pretty unfortunate to see. They go down to the site with everybody alive, and hey, that's it. But we're going to staff room and open area once again. Rise Nation with that strong echo play coming from Acid is going to be key. But it's going to be all about England and Vandal at the moment. They're roaming, they're slaying prowess, they've been on top, and it's for a reason.
So let's do a little bit of math. I know we say never do math live. I know we say never do math live, but I'm about to perform some math for you. Okay. All right. So if Smoke is played to a T, if he's played perfectly, he can deny 45 seconds. Each one of his smokes is up for 10 seconds. That's 30 seconds. The reason you add 15 seconds to that is because if you allow a touch of plant timer as well as him moving away from the smoke and coming back to plant, then you're right at that 45 second margin. Add 2 Nitro Cells in there, give that 10 seconds. So blows up, they move away, they come back in, start playing again. Blows up, move away. All right, so now what are you at? You're at 65 seconds. All right, so you're at 1 minute and 5 seconds. Now add 2 Yokais with 2 charges to each of them.
Yikes.
That's why you need at least 1 minute and 30 seconds, because eventually someone has to challenge and take those gunfights, and you have to have people there to stop that. So with that site, you have to be very quick about clearing roamers, making sure there's no roam game, and then move on. Because if you are going for that server take, which is 99.9% of teams' routine way of attacking that site, then you have to have quite a bit of time to be able to handle the amount of utility that is brought.
I agree. And we see the roaming coming in from Rise Nation. They're going to make sure that they have this top control in their favor. But, they're going to have to slay out with a little bit of sledge action. Murdy, a little bit of pre-fire through the wall. He's not going to be able to connect because there's nobody in that closet currently. Vandal. He has something up his sleeve, and that's going to be a Nitro Cell.
Oh, I like it.
Coming through, he's going to throw it. Destination! Vandal is going to get rid of Slippery. Much more Slippery as IQ is falling. I would say first more than anybody else on this Deja Vu roster.
You can't even predict that. That's not something that you just expect.
That was well calculated.
Yeah. That's again. But that is one thing that when you die to it, you will never die to it again. It's a hard thing, man. It's a hard thing when a Nitro Cell all of a sudden sails through a floor that you didn't even know was broken open. But again, calculated. Absolutely calculated by the likes of Vandal.
All right, so now coming down to the minute and 30-second mark. See England moving up the stairs slowly on the second floor control for Murdy. He's trying to lock something down, but he's not able to see the roaming Jaeger, who is right directly underneath him. That castle wall is slowing down the push currently for Deja Vu, and he's going to have to get by that fast. The Sledge going to be on their side. He can go ahead and get rid of that rather than, 15 hits, 11 hits?
It is 12 hits to break it, 11 hits to make it 1 hit.
Yes, there you go. All right, so moving into Archive slowly, Deja Vu. They're still looking for their first victim. Rise Nation, their defense is holding strong.
Oh my God, you don't even know.
Factor turns around, gets a headshot, and it's a bloodbath. Vandal in England, they're going to go ahead and join him in a 1v4. Riddle is able to pick up a kill, but it might not be enough. He's going to have to be clutched, and yeah, all this gunfire coming in from Archives currently. Rise Nation, the intel is on their side, and with only, 10 health? He's not going to be able to do much with Buck.
No, he doesn't have much health. He has about 25 HP with that last margin, but it doesn't matter anymore. Factor finds Riddle, puts a bullet in his butt, and that's going to be it for Deja Vu, at least in this round. But that's going to be 5 straight now for Rise Nation. And impressive open area hold. Deja Vu is just not holding rotates right now for Rise Nation. They're not cutting off their paths of rotation. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And when you don't cut off those veins, this is what is allowed to happen. I mean, you just have 2 people rotate up main stairs. absolutely oblivious to the entire team. Sledge runs through meeting like it's just another day in the office, and he ends up catching a bullet instead. It's just they're not doing the things that are needed to be able to shut down Rise Nation's hold. And especially with the way that Rise Nation is stratted on that site, they end up holding down Elevator Hallway, which is a very good means of attack. Hold down Elevator Hallway, put a castle barricade up, play somebody at the bottom of main stairs to where they can hold the cross, as well as they make a rotate to where England can fall back through the double panel wall that goes into elevator. So they make rotation throughout, use castle barricades to cut off your line of sight to be able to make the rotation safe, and then they practically hold the entire mid floor where they need to, which is going to be those linchpins like archives as well as the teller's area. And again, it's just very, very well done by Rise Nation, but Deja Vu just not doing some very rudimentary things. Have somebody actually sit still and hold one of the main stairs. Hold somewhere where they're going to rotate through. Get your freebies, okay? You want to be able to try and cut off those veins, apply some pressure, make them move, get your kill.
Wait, let me get this straight. Let me look at the stats again.
5 seconds remaining.
Acid has a triple
Attackers
0. 0 kills, 0 assists, 0 deaths.
He's using his utility right, man. That's all you need to know.
This is a support player at his finest.
And he's been playing yokai.
Yes.
So again,
he's been the biggest difference maker in this game.
perfect educational moment. All right? He's 0-0-0. If you hold tab, 0-0-0, right? Doesn't mean he hasn't done anything, though.
He's done the most.
He's won literally 2 rounds for them downstairs.
Yes.
All because of his yokai plays and being smart with his utility, not giving it to IQ. I mean, again, you can play utility and not get a kill and win your team games.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill people.
And that's the beauty about Siege. There's so many different playstyles that can affect the game. You have England.
Frags aren't everything, though.
Yeah, England is fragging out of his mind. He's 6-1, but he has had the same impact in as many rounds as Acid has currently had, which is is a big thing. But Rise Nation currently looking extremely strong. They failed a week ago in USN, and they're looking to book their ticket to go to LAN by first off winning their appearance tonight. A little bit of pre-fire. Acid barely missed a head, almost picking up his first kill. Has as many kills as Deja Vu has rounds won, but he wants to change that.
Oh, is he gonna hop?
Yeah, Tracken knew exactly where he was and barely missed him. But Drew's gonna go ahead and retreat, but a little bait and switch. He's gonna have a teammate right by him. Pretty sure they're gonna challenge that momentarily. Yeah.
It's a very, very scary moment, but now they're going to establish angles to make it harder for Tracken to rotate up. He will be in open area right now trying to rotate back to square, but again, it's going to be a little bit more difficult this time around, as I'm sure they are ready. England playing a prone angle behind the meeting desk, but again, this is where Deja Vu needs to try and choose where to frag out from. Some shots coming through from Tracken once again, but again, nothing on the receiving end. Minute and 10 seconds left now as Deja Vu's trying to find a foothold. They have the wall open that they need to try and break down that long angle that goes over the quad windows. Now we're going to see quite a bit of utility used. Smoke's coming through as well. This is where the plan's going to need to go down. They smoked off quite a bit. Seems that Acid's going to be the only one free from Rise Nation as he comes for the move now. Quick shots, but no, it'll be Drew to take him down. Vandal trades it out though. Bullets now start to fly both ways. Vandal on the backside as well. Continues on the Rise Nation train, and if they are able to do this round, it's going to be perfect. Factor continues on down the line. It's up to Slippery and Yoji. Yoji to win the next one on the rotation of Tracken.
The mindset is,
oh man.
Yeah, the mindset is you give and you take. Rise Nation, they went ahead and let Deja Vu take as much as they wanted to in the office coming into the site. And then when they were ready, they went ahead and took it right away. Deja Vu currently looking at a 2v3. Factor is still on the map with the Yokai drone in his hands and with the Doc on board along with the Rook. An attack coming out, definitely England. A little bit of pre-fire and able to get the kill, but the Yokai is going to assist him momentarily. We're going to be down to 6 seconds left to go in. Shrooman is back. Vandal is able to get the double kill to win 6 straight for Rise Nation.
This is going to be the second, actually, in this week, this is going to be the second person that's changed their name away from what their name is to something else, and it's really throwing me off, dude.
That's Tracken. FRA is Tracken.
It's Fra from Darling in the Franks.
That's what it's from.
Yes.
Tracken. Come on, it's your brand. Run around with Tracken, man. Make it easy for everybody. Not going to lie, for the first 2 rounds,
they make it so hard for us.
I was sitting there like, who the hell is FRA? Who's Fra?
It's Fra. It's from Darling in the Franks.
All right.
Yep.
We got it. So Rise Nation looking to 7-0 Deja Vu. Deja Vu, they're trying not to be Team Owen right now. They're looking to pick up their first win, and this is going to be their first time on defense. Attack didn't work out for them. So maybe, the defensive side of things will favor them slightly better. Rise Nation are looking for a flawless victory at the moment, and by winning this round, I mean, they're going to clean it up, and they'll be ready for the final game.
Well, the real thing
Attackers
is,
need to locate and defuse bombs.
is Rise Nation going to attack this properly? Are they going to get there in enough time? What's going to happen with this? Because as of right now, their defensive side was pretty perfect. Again, Deja Vu having a pretty slippery slope. I'd say that they, again, it might be just a lack of communication. That's really what I'm feeling, especially when they get down to just, bare knuckle brawling inside of sight. Because that's really what it comes down to, is just, okay, utility usage, we have to get some kills to be able to get this diffuser down. And it seems that every single time they leave a point of entry open, that allows some pressure still to leak through. They just don't have it shut down. And for that last site, it's going to be where the quad window is, or what I call it's the window room. That's right outside the central office area where the couches are flipped over.
I'm going to say that Rise Nation, they've been pretty much like a cerebral assassin, basically.
You're going to put them at that?
No, I'm going to say that for a reason, though. It's kind of factual. Deja Vu, the first 2 rounds, I wouldn't say they were bad at all. I love their strategy. I love the way they encountered the map with the position where the sites were. But once Rise Nation won those 2 rounds outright, Deja Vu looked like an entirely different team. They haven't been on the same page. They haven't been fragging the way they wanted to. And the games, obviously, it hasn't been close. So Rise Nation, once they really struck that fear in them, struck that chord, they've been rolling straight through them.
I think this is just veteranism coming out from Rise Nation, really being able to punish the younger players in the likes of Deja Vu, because again, it's been pretty hard for them, especially with Tracken being able to basically run rampant. They really haven't had an answer for him either. He's been able to rotate throughout the entire map. The only round that they were able to finally kill him on rotation was that last round, but it was already down to scraps on Deja Vu. I mean, they were only 2 up against, I believe, 4 at the time.
All right, so already in server room, Rise Nation. All they got to do is get rid of this wall, and England's currently waiting. And once the exothermic charge goes off, they'll be able to go ahead, turn around, and get that plant off. So this is pretty much just textbook gameplay. Getting rid of a few hatches over in admin office and open area. It's going to be Acid's job currently with the blowtorch. So a minute and 40 left. No players are currently taken off the board. This is our turn to see what Deja Vu is currently made of. And Marcio, don't even hold select at this point. The stats don't even matter. It's 6-0. Anything Deja Vu has at this point means nothing.
Stats always matter, Valley.
Stats don't matter at this point, okay? And Rise Nation, one of their top players that won them 2 rounds currently has no kills. He has as many kills as Deja Vu has rounds won. So
you're going to say that Rise Nation in 6 rounds having 25 kills is nothing?
But this is a full team effort. I mean, yeah, we can point out individual play, but I'm just going to say Rise Nation as a whole are just outright better. England, yes, has been a standout, but also another standout has no kills. So, I mean, this is Siege at its finest at the moment. And Deja Vu, they're currently getting schooled. Hello, Valkyrie cam.
Yeah.
England's trying to get an angle. That's actually a great cam right there. Great placement.
Yeah, very, very smart placement. You can actually see exactly what they're doing in most of the server from that spot as well. But now it's Rise Nation that's taking a little bit to try and get rid of things. But here's the difference. They had Acid waiting inside of Garage Line and wait for when things start to pop off. Yoshi's actually going to take him down, so that's going to keep Acid at a 0 for this round. Are they going to be able to get this diffuser down? England's planning in a different location where the smokes cannot possibly touch him. Yes, the plan is going to be confirmed. The exothermic charge both walls instead and planted on the far angle while the smokes were down. So extremely intelligent play from Rise Nation, recognizing out that those close smokes are not going to be able to touch the man putting the diffuser down.
Deja Vu is actually picking things up as the GOAT Yoji is able to pick up a double kill, taking Factor out the game with a beautiful headshot. And Tracken up top, able to put in work from the admin office along with England, which is going to give Deja Vu a hell of a hard time. They're going to have only 2 players left alive and only so much time to go ahead and get this diffuse down. And that's going to be it. Rise Nation, they're going to have a perfect game. 7-0. That's all she wrote. GG's all around, and that was actually rough.
That was really rough,
you know
yes.
What? You have a question. Is Deja Vu that bad, or is Rise Nation that good? Deja Vu isn't bad. I love their strategy. They knew what they were doing in game. It was all about execution and fragging. Unfortunately, Rise Nation are just better fraggers than them.
It's not even that. It's just execution and using your utility correctly. Yeah. I mean, again, Deja Vu was very, very good at clearing the map and droning out initially. And then later on, they figured out how to get that intel later on into the round.
Right.
They started droning later, figuring out positionings, things along those lines. But it seemed to be that they were just a little bit gun-shy when it came to really executing. And that's something that you can't be, especially up against, a team like Rise Nation, who's been there, done that. Granted, yeah, they did just get knocked out of Pro League, but they got 2 brand new faces, and Tracken as well as Factor definitely turned up that game.
And the first 2 rounds were definitely England. It was the England show. It was the England show on the U.S. Nationals program. England, I believe he had a total of 3 to 4 kills the first 2 rounds, and went off. He had 1 death within the first 5 to 6 rounds. 1 death. I mean, he was just on fire, and it kind of gets to a point where it's like, if you've been at the top before and you know what your team is capable of, especially with the individual factor, you're tired of losing. England is tired of losing, and Rise Nation, they've been tried, they've been tested, and they failed so far this year at the USN. They're ready to win tonight.
Yeah, I definitely think this is their time, but they might be going up against a pretty good team that we've seen before on the desk. But just to wrap this thing up with a bow, and also to counterweight something that I said before, frags aren't as important as proper utility usage, but it still comes down to frags sometimes.
It's a shooting game.
Yeah, it's a shooting game. Like, you still have to be able to kill people to be able to accomplish certain things. So don't sit there and go, frags are meaningless.
No,
they still mean something. Being able to gain kills to give yourself leniency or more leverage on that round is a whole hell of a lot better than going 5-5. Okay, we used utility properly, we're putting a diffuser down. It really is not going to fall out that way. So
I agree.
We'll have to see if they are able to make it back to the desk. But as of right now, I think that Deja Vu just needs to bring it back to the drawing board, maybe make some role adjustments.
I agree.
And it's definitely not that they don't have the talent. You can definitely see that throughout their play. It's just that Rise Nation has that veteranism, and they definitely know how to play this game.
Yeah, and everybody on Deja Vu, I absolutely respect them. I respect them. But one player that I want to see next time go big, Slippery. Slippery had a lot of responsibility on the shoulders as IQ. And the fact is, whenever they went into CCTV, he was always the first death. Yes, dying against a nitro cell sucks, It's hard to beat that, especially if it's placed as well as England put out there. But the fact is, they needed you for the Yokai drones. The Yokai drones won 2 rounds in concession. We need you alive. We need you to make an impact. And next time, just ban Echo if you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as you said, of the 2, it's much easier to get rid of Evil Eyes. Granted, they are stupid annoying. Like, bulletproof, they shoot lasers.
Yeah.
What don't they? They see through smoke. I mean, what don't they do?
Rise
one thing that they don't do is move. That's
Yeah.
the one thing. Yokai drones can move. You can hide them behind the desk inside of CCTV. It's bulletproof. You can't shoot through it. So all you have to do is just wait till those dying seconds, and that's what they literally did every single time. If you guys go back and look through the VOD, look how Acid plays his Yokai drones. He does not place a single one inside of CCTV because he knows they're bringing the IQ. So very smart play by Acid. Again, he went 0-2, but the man was clutch. He was definitely clutch when needed. But as you said, England 10-1, had 2 entry kills, and he was massive.
100% cost for 3 of them.
Oh my God.
3 of them.
And look at that. 86% cost for Acid. Didn't even have a kill. The man didn't even have a kill.
So it's funny because when you take a look at
Yoji had 100% cost as well, actually.
Yoji actually went off in the second half. But
you don't see 100% cost very often, by the way, guys.
On a losing team especially.
Yeah, that's Yoji's doing something right, man. That's all I'm saying. He's doing something right.
Yeah, so I think we're getting an interview ready right now. So just be patient. Bear with us for a moment. I saw Imzo in the chat. So Imzo, what's up, man? Good to see you there. But so far for the first matchup of the day, we saw one team steamroll another. Deja Vu, they're going to be back. They're going to be better. I hope to see him soon. Unfortunately, the open signups ended for stage 2. We'll see him stage 3, which is actually a good thing because they'll have time to go ahead and practice. But Rise Nation are looking to go ahead and secure a spot at land, starting off with this first step here. The next game that we have coming up is going to be a sluggerfest as well. We have Billboard and players of that stature. Ooh. Actually, the interview is ready, so...
Ooh.
Oh, the MVP is ready. I'm sorry, I can't hear producer. So, the MVP, I'm going to start off first. It's going to be the one, the only. I love it, man. It's going to be England. England's such a cool guy, but the fact is, his slaying prowess stood out. That nitro cell coming through the floor. That was well-timed, by the way, I believe in the second round. Was big. It threw Deja Vu off their feet. He was 10-1, 100% cost.
That nitro cell was vandals.
It's Vandals?
Vandals.
I'm sorry.
It's just-
I'm sorry.
it's fine. I got
suck
you.
at this. I suck at this. But the fact is, I mean, you went 10-1, you died one time. You were an immediate impact starting from round 1 all the way to the very end. To me, you're a standout player. You're my MVP pick. But what about you?
Mine's gonna be a little bit different.
Acid.
Mine's Vandal.
Vandal? Okay.
Mine's Vandal. I was really gonna troll all of you guys and pick Acid just to be that guy. I was like, he got 0 kills and he's my MVP. But no, I picked Vandal because he was really doing a lot of things that were throwing them off. As you said, England was just there and he was able to claim the frags. His utility use was still good, but Vandal was the one that was throwing these curveballs like the Nitro Cell and stuff like that to really push them farther into the deep end. And it worked out really, really well because Deja Vu, you could just tell they were not in the proper depth.
Oh, take a look at the team stats. 30 kills to 12.
Yeah, that's a...
Whew, yikes.
Yikes.
So obviously Deja Vu has 0 clutches, but the plant difference, Rise Nation, they were able to get a plant down in the 2 rounds that they played on attack. 50% rate. You take a look at Deja Vu, 0% rate. That was big. And the reason why that was such a factor is that Deja Vu, whenever they were in CCTV and they had a chance to get the diffuser down, Toxic Babes were stopping them. Yokai drones were stopping them. Utility was stopping them. All in all, they had no answer for that, and it all started with the top IQ falling and Slippery unable to capitalize on his situation. But we have an interview. I'm interested to see who it is.
Who's it going?
England! What's up, man? How you doing?
What up, man?
England, you have some big hair, man. But congratulations on your win.
Yeah.
I love it. So, the USN curse, I was speaking about it earlier on. It's definitely real. You guys have been, beaten, and it sucked to watch that go on. You've been on the England tour for some time now. What is your mindset coming into USN tonight? Beating these, lower tier teams and just being on top of your game again. You've been at the top before. You know you belong there. What's your mindset tonight?
Well, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you well, man.
Okay. Well, honestly, I had no idea we were doing an interview, so that's why, I look all crazy. But
you look beautiful. It's fine.
Thank you. But yeah, honestly, you never know with these USM matches, bro. Like, they can either go super smooth, or they can just go complete and utter just crazy. Like, you can just get destroyed. Like, some people on your team can. Honestly, we were just winning every gunfight. I actually did not see very many lost gunfights at all. So that's always nice when you're playing teams with a lot of people that can shoot very well, and those guys actually are known to be shooters, obviously.
Right. So
yeah, it's USN. You just gotta get those versus teams you can, and just hope to play a team that you can game plan a little better for.
All right, and this is gonna be the very last question because I want to get the games rolling, man. We got to keep the viewers happy. You gunned out of your mind today. I wish I had half the skill that you had because I would be halfway decent at the game, halfway at God. You were 10-1. 10-1. You only died one time, and I believe it was the 3rd or 2nd round. Have you ever gunned out like that in the game before? And what was the feeling like to just be Big Daddy out there on bank?
I mean, definitely with the kills, but I didn't it's one of those things. The game's over, you hit tab, oh wow, I only died one time. I didn't remember where I died either, but
it happened so fast.
It was no disrespect. It was just quick. Yeah, it was a quick game. It was just everything kind of went our way, so
there
wasn't a whole bunch of individual mistakes. It was we were playing really well, rotating really well, playing off each other really well, and falling back when we needed to. And we weren't playing aggressive, so
yeah, seriously,
it was a good game plan from us, and it worked. And I'm just happy about the boys,
Well, England, it's always good to watch you win, man. It was good seeing you at the LAN over in Vegas as well. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon at the finals for USN. I know the Rice Nation, they're out there in the chat rooting on for you guys, so I know the fans are happy to see you win, and hopefully we can see you again after the final game tonight. Good luck, and catch you next time.
Thanks, man.
Oh, no problem.
Have fun the rest of the day.
Well, thank you, Veli. I appreciate
anytime,
that. And again, right out of the man's mouth. So, you guys saw it. Passive game style helps out a lot against teams that are kind of young, wild, and free. I think that's the best way to put it up. But, well, guys, we got to head to one of those things. It's break time, guys. We're going to take a little bit of a 10-minute break. We'll see you guys after that. You're all beautiful. We love you so much. We'll be back with Chips E. Guac versus 7 Spades. See you then.
This is game fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Perfect for finding the second to last man standing. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the beautiful viewers in the chat, welcome back to the U.S. Nationals, where we saw Rise Nation win 7-0. It tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce and much more. I'm your boy Billy, and I'm here with Stokes. We have our second match of the day currently coming up.
I don't think I can talk to you right now. I don't know. Yeah, we do, though. It's going to be Chips E Guac versus 7 Spades, or as you like to say,
S7 Vin Spades. Blue said that, and it's stuck in my head ever since.
Dude.
I can't get it out.
I don't know, but I will tell you one thing, though. S7 Ven Spades had an extremely good game against Dark Zero last week on Cafe, where we saw things get flipped on their head just a little bit. But speaking of 7 Spades, we're going to get them up on your screen right now. It's Nosk, Mean, Sonar, Throw, and Motive.
Sonar is disgusting. Sonar and Nosk
He's a pretty good player.
Sonar and Nosk are ridiculous at this game when it comes to slaying, and Sonar is the type of player where he's always in the right place at the right time. His game sense, his map presence, and awareness is always on point. He's always applying pressure. I love watching him play, man. He's going to be an X factor for me on this roster.
Yeah, he was actually an X factor for them against Dark Zero last week, where they ended up losing in overtime after Dark Zero kind of had a wake-up call after they got 5-1 on defense, which is something that does not happen on Cafe, but then they ended up bringing it all the way back to win 6 straight.
That's insane.
And some crazy Montang plays and everything else, and it was definitely a time to be alive, let me tell you.
Yeah, and this team, they should be sponsored by Chipotle if they make it. It's going to be Chipsy Guac. It's going to be Temper, Rudy, my man Billboard, Michael, and Zest. And yeah, beautiful picture. See, that food looks so good right now.
Dude, don't even mention it. Why are you doing that right now?
Let's get sushi tomorrow. So,
know what? I'm down. Let's get it.
We've seen these players before, and they're really good. Billboard, he's an ex-professional player. We've seen him the first stage of USN, where he was teaming along with the likes of Vaughn, and that team, they almost won in their side of the bracket, but unfortunately, they fell short. Billboard is a problem as well. He's a standout player, and I love watching his gameplay.
I do as well. Again, here's the thing. Billboard's been around the scene for an extremely long time, and it seems that he just never can get the pieces around him to make it as far as he wants to go. It's very, very difficult to watch that happen over and over again. So we'll have to see if finally he can do something with it, but we'll have to figure out where we're going first.
Are you psychic tonight? Are you feeling good about this? What map we playing on, man?
We haven't played Consulate yet.
You haven't? All right, this just looks so fake now. See, so the first 2 episodes, you and I, we played it off well. I think now it's so obvious.
Well, I never know the map, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I am 200 IQ.
300.
Okay, look, chat, realistically, there's like 4 maps that we play on USN. Coastline,
seriously.
Clubhouse, Consulate, and what's the map that we just played? Bank. Thank you. Gosh bless.
Bank. Yeah.
Anyways.
But by the way, this looks so dope. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Anyways, let's figure out what you guys think at home. It's time for the community vote. So we're going to get that up on your screen. 68% for 7 Spades, or S7 Ven Spades. Then Chips E Guac with 32%. So I think that's definitely fair. They already squared up last week, and it did not fare very well for Chips E Guac.
So what happened? I didn't watch that matchup. I was too busy traveling.
It was 7 Spades ended up winning it 7-5.
Wow.
So
that's really close.
Yeah, if I remember the scoreline correctly, as well as I think that Dark Zero game, it was either just into overtime or they ended up winning it in relegation, just max relegation.
I was saying the past 3 weeks, this is 7 Spades' second or third appearance actually here at USN, so they know how to make it this way.
Yeah, this will be their third.
So
because you guys casted them for the first time, and then I've casted them now twice. So 7 Spades gonna have first ban here. Blackbeard removed on Consulate. 2 peas in a pod, basically. It's something you want to do. Blackbeard is really good on this map. There's a lot of window play, which means there's a lot of Blackbeard play.
Yep, and 7 Spades, You see their ban. That was for Chips to eat guac. It's going to be Capital. All right, so that makes a lot of sense. On defense, what are you expecting on defense?
Defensive bans?
Yeah.
You remove Echo. Like, you have to remove
After
Echo.
what we just saw,
you got to get rid of the man. He is something that you don't want to deal with. You can leave up Mira on Consulate. This is one of her worst maps. Again, Mira's good on every single map, but on the Spectrum, this is one of her worst maps. So you can leave her up. We're going to have Echo banned out. Next ban, I would say, might be Maestro. There's a couple of different ones that they can really go with. I'm going to say, just because it's 7 spades, I'm going to say it's either Maestro or Mira.
I'm going to say Mira, definitely. So, 2 seconds left to go.
Or Valkyrie.
It's going to be
Pulse. Okay, that makes sense.
I said Pulse, man.
Shut up.
So there you have it.
Oh my God, no. That's a smart ban though. Pulse on Consulate is an insane op. He's an insane op on anything that has multiple floors. Like 2 floors is pretty easy. You can play like Valkyrie or just use defaults to really recognize out really what's going on around the map. But on this map in particular, Pulse just makes it so damn easy, man. You're that cardiac sensor, you're able to literally just walk along the first floor, and you can literally coordinate your entire team from 1 bit of utility. So not a bad ban. Also going to leave Valkyrie up so you can have a information presence outside. So again, as you talked about last time, you talked about winning the ban phase. I would think that 7 spade is definitely won this ban phase. That's what I'm thinking right now. They got rid of Capital, got rid of Blackbeard. They don't have the Echo, but again, you still have Maestro, which we see being used, and Pulse gone, and you're not going to have to worry about that on attack. If you have a good Valkyrie player, this is going to be extremely easy for you. Also, with Valkyrie being on the field, you want to see her 6-picked every single time. You do not want to see her brought just bold-faced. You don't want to see that, because all that is just a call sign for the offense to 6-pick to an IQ, and that's not something that you want to happen. Especially with Echo off the field, there's definitely a lesser margin for her to get picked up. IQ is still definitely good, especially on console, because you can go underneath, and there's so much utility you can get rid of for free, because practically all the floors on the top floor are wooden, so you can get rid of ADSs, Legion Mines. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do.
And you saw it on the bottom left side of your screen. I'm going to give a shout out to Marcio. He is the spectator. I played him in ranked today, and they cheated and beat me, but we're going to talk about that later on. Jumping right into this game, taking a look at the operators that were chosen for Chips and Guac.
I didn't know Marcio was also silver. That's crazy, man.
Shut up, okay? Shut up.
Got them both.
All right,
got them both.
Now, the operator usage that I see for Chipsy Guac, I really like. The Nomad and what's her name?
Gridlock.
Gridlock. Yes, I had a brain fart. I love the duo that they bring, because Nomad is anti-roam.
As well as Gridlock.
Right, same with Gridlock. When it comes to clearing out roams and just having your back covered, both of them are so good. But not only that, Gridlock's utility is Gridlock actually didn't bring the smoke grenades, which is interesting. Usually we see her bring smoke grenades.
All right.
I believe she has a breaching charge.
Complete honesty, I think it's a breaching charge. I've never seen somebody use her secondary utility, so I'm going to assume that it's breaching charges, because I've never seen her use a Claymore, and it would make sense for Ubisoft to give her a Claymore, so I'm going to say it's breaching charges. But moving on from that, Chips and Guac moving a little bit more quick. That's good. They're going to have to worry about, once again, as Veli was talking about, the roam denial that Chips and Guac is bringing. It's going to be that Nomad as well as the Gridlock. And yes, it is going to be breaching charges, but...
You know what I'm waiting to see?
What's up?
I'm waiting to see on stream someone get knocked back from an air jab onto a track stinger or something like that.
Dude, it's happened plenty of times. A lot of the times the teams will actually stack them, because the air jabs actually don't break any of the track stingers. So it just knocks them back once again. It makes roaming extremely difficult. They're going to recognize that out early on. That's what's going to be going on. There's really no point in flanking. Might as well just take the heads-up gunfights and try to win it out. Chips and Guac already has quite a few of these angles established that they need to try and take things over. Bad thing is, though, they brought Thermite, and that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. First kill will come through for Chips and Guac. It's going to be the Valkyrie moved off the board. No more Nitro Cell, but can still run those black eye cameras. Now, since they do have the Thermite, they cannot pressure this flag hallway unless they kill out the man that's more than likely going to be holding down bathroom. They have him. It's Nosk playing Maestro on the deployable shield. So since they do have that Thermite, he cannot motion up through flag hallway, whereas if you had Habana, you could just put the X-Kairos pellets on to try and get some pressure onto meeting. Now this is going to make things extremely difficult for the Mexican brand team.
All right, and shooting down a little barricade. And the flashbang coming in a projector, that means that the pressure is going to be coming on Motive. Throwing out a little nade, he's unable to connect, and the gunfire is definitely coming through with 30 seconds left to go. So 7 spades. Let's see how they're going to do it here on defense so far. And, Michael pops Noski on the head, and a little bit of a back and forth between both teams, and 7 spades. They're down 2-3. Chipsy Guac currently up. They have Sophia and Nomad on their end, which is going to be absolutely big in regards to the utility that they bring. And underneath 10 seconds, Mean is able to get on a nice shot on Michael. He's able to get a double kill. Rudy gets dominated in 7 spades. Clutch it up. They're going to win round number 1.
Rudy, you got to win those, buddy. You got to win those, man.
He got roast start. That was really bad. He had no business winning that fight.
He really didn't. Yeah, like
at all.
I usually don't say that stuff really pretty lightly, but man, you legitimately just got mossed on. Like it's just, that's not good. That's well, I will say one thing: SMG 11 in close range like that. If you're even able to hit the torso and rip, man, that gun is it's so good.
So that round is so tough because
it was a battle of attrition, man. Battle of attrition.
7 spades. They gave up so much real estate to Chipsy Guac. They gave him the admin office and gave him all types of rotation holes to work around and get angles into the site. But the main problem was the fact that Chipsy Guac couldn't get rid of motive over in projector. Flashbangs came in. They weren't able to rush in and get rid of the kill. So it's like, okay, you're wasting all of this utility, but you're not acting on it, which was pretty odd to me.
I think the switch-up that was needed there for Chips and Guac is that they had the presence now for Flag Hallway because you got rid of the Maestro. You killed him. The only person that can possibly peek you now is going to be the smoke inside of console office or from the connector. So when you're pressuring it, because you know he's going to be throwing Toxic Babes over towards the top of admin stairs, pressure Flag Hallway, get up to the rotate, have someone hold the cross, make sure that smoke does not put pressure on Flag Hallway, have somebody try and kill the Legion. Because that's really all they needed. They just needed Legion gone, and then you have a free plant. You just have to hold down Flag Hallway, and the smoke really doesn't have anywhere to go after that. But again, they didn't really have a focal point on which they were trying to attack. Again, it was more or less meeting, but they tried too much to spread it out, especially with it being a 3v2. All it took was for one of the pins to fall, and that's exactly what happened. Then 7 Spades was able to pick them apart.
And Chipsy Guac, I don't know if they knew that Motive was all by himself and Projector, but Motive was vulnerable. The first blood that was given to Chipsy Guac on Valkyrie was absolutely big, and they could have went out yet another number, but when the refrag started coming in left and right, 7 Spades looking at a 2v3, and that was just great gameplay coming in from the SMG 11 play. So coming in around number 2, underneath 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Billboard's going to be doing a little bit of drone work. You see a C4 planet to stop the run out happening towards bottom yellow, and moving in, he's going to see if he can pick up a straggler or two that's currently roaming. You got to start from top to bottom when it comes to clearing out these sites and getting to that garage.
I will say this, I absolutely love seeing young teams like this perform this well with just, their utility usage and map presence and knowing exactly what they want to handle inside of maps. Chips and Guac are doing a fantastic job of that. They're establishing very early on, okay, this is how we want to take things, this is what we want to establish, this is where we're going to use track singers to lock this down. And it's very, very nice to see. Again, comparative to the last map where it was more or less like, hey, we got control, but then we really didn't know what we wanted. It's very, very refreshing to see. But again, we're going to start things off, and it's going to be Sonar taken out once again.
All right, Temper also picking up yet another kill. So Chipsy Guac, they're going to have 2 players off the board. 7 Spades, currently without Mozzie and also Sonar. 2 players that are extremely valuable when it comes to roam presence. And with them being out the game, Chipsy Guac, they know that the defense is going to be mostly on site. But Michael currently peeking around lobby. He's not going to be able to connect momentarily, but the exothermic charges were successful. So a little bit more drone work. You have enough time on the clock. The main focus is clearing out this garage, pushing him back further so we can get the objective down, back up, defend it, and hopefully win around this time around.
All right, well, they have all the angles in the world now, and that Super Shotty doing some work. Nitro Cell by Motive, though. Quick throw and quick explosion to take out Temper. That's actually going to be a pretty big pick, but the tracks have already all been used. It will allow Nosko to rotate up Spiral, and now has presence inside of Piano. Does have to worry about Michael that could possibly be pressuring him, but Michael's oblivious, and Michael gets taken down by Nosk and that SMG 11. 28 seconds left. Plenty of time for them to be able to do something, but this vertical pressure is definitely going to punish them. Zest now going for the plan, but he's going to get quickly found out. A couple shots from Nosk, but Rudy will trade it out. We're going to do 2v2. Now somebody's going to have to don the mantle, but as we know, sub-minute time's always on the side of the defense. They have to do something. Somebody's going to have to go through that animation. Quick moves now from Chips, Iguok. They have to try and find this frag. Motive with a quick move, though. Recognizes out exactly where that last man is. He picks up the diffuser, has to go for the plant, but that's going to be it. The Thatcher's been down. Easy cleanup for 7 Spades, and he's just going to quit it. Doesn't want that death in his line. But 7 Spades, their roaming really hasn't been working, okay? But what has been working is their backbone and their ability to adapt. Very, very nice plays coming out from 7 Spades from their site presence, especially with being able to call mute for the rotate. That was very smart, recognizing out that, hey, they don't have any presence to lock us down on Spiral. This is where they didn't use tracks. There's no air jabs here. Again, if you allow any leak on that box, they're going to try and find a way out, and that's exactly what Nosk did. It also helped out that the man inside a piano had died due to a nitro cell. 3 armor, 1 speeds still don't work very well when they're standing on top of a nitro cell.
And it was unfortunate because I would say Chips and Guac, they were punished for not having their drones available at the time, because when that other player came into piano after their nitro cell killed the first one in piano, Nas was able to just get a clean kill. Saw that player just lean walking into piano, and he was just oblivious that Nas was holding down that domain. So easy kills came in. Nas was able to pick up yet another one that came through the broken floor, and that was big for 7 Spades.
Marcio, can you show me that one more time, please? Thank you, sir. As you guys can see, Motive, Mean, and Nosk have all of the kills for 7 Spades. Throw and Sonar are the roam game for them. They haven't done a single thing. This is what I talk about when I'm saying that you have to lean on your backbone. The job of your roamer is not to get kills. I know that sounds weird, but it's not. Their job is to waste time. Granted, these two really haven't been doing the best job of that. They've been dying pretty early on. A minute 30 seconds is like the minimum for a roamer to waste, because that's right when, you know, they start applying pressure to the site. And 7 Spaces have been falling apart on their roam game. Now, you know, minute, sub-minute, that's really where roamers start to thrive and go, okay, I did my part. You know what I mean? I might have died, but I did my part. 7 Spades' actual site setup, extremely impressive. The backbone of the team is there for sure.
All right, a little bit of bathroom work being done with 7 Spades as Nas is going to hold that down with Maestro. I wonder where the Evil Eyes actually went. Michael's going to peek through this window right before jumping in immediately. They know that 7 Spades is going to give him this territory. So just like the first round, they're going to go ahead, dominate, show off their presence, and hopefully they can pick up an early pick or two like they've done in the last 2 rounds. It's all about closing out, which is going to be big for them.
That's what they got to do. They got to capitalize, Veli. They have to be able to do something with it. Again, you can get all the kills in the world, but unless you win that round, they do not matter. There's not a single impact frag there. So, that being said, Chips Iguok starting things off relatively the same as when they attack the top floor. Very creative angle here by Moto, but does not bag too much with it. Nosk is going to get really, really aggressive behind his deployable shield. Moves up and decides to fall back. Sonar finally finds his first frag. It's going to be on the admin stairs, cleaning up Temper. It's going to be the Buck. So no more frag grenades, but a quick shot from Billboard as he is going to be playing console windows. Start things off right. Taking down Nosk, no more Evil Eye play, and that Aldo removed off the field. Throw looking to get aggressive as well.
With the pressure microaggression coming from Billboard, he's definitely making sure that his presence is known. And throwing out a Toxic Bay, we're going to have that going down to stop the attack where there's really not much going on. So you could say it's kind of a waste of utility, but still, it is a factor. It's still holding Chipsy Guac back. Now pushing down to a minute and 10 seconds. Sonar is trying to get a nice little angle because he knows that there's a player on the pill somewhere outside. He just doesn't know exactly where yet. And Billboard over near front door, he's clearing out something. I'm pretty sure they know there's a roamer down. Yeah, they're looking for throw. They're hunting throw currently before they get right to the site, and they haven't had an issue when it comes to cleaning out roamers yet. This could be a big play. If he runs out,
there's got to be a Clamor out there, but no, it's going to be Rudy, and that's going to be a double for Sonar, starting to warm things up. A quick shot by throw as the roamers are definitely showing their presence now. Billboard trying to pick up the pieces, but quite a bit of damage done to him. It's only him and Zesty left alive. His throw is going to throw his body outside, finds Zest. It's all left up to Bill. That's going to be a triple for him in the round. Has 2 to find now to make it an ace and to pick up the first round for Chips and Guac. Only 24 seconds for him to possibly do something. He does have the diffuser in his hand as well, but not very much health to try and get that diffuser down. Chooses to rotate across all the way over to yellow. Still barricaded though, so they're more than likely going to know of his presence. And yep, Doc is ready. Quick shots, and that's going to be it. Actually, it's going to be Mean to take things, clean them up, Wrap it up with a nice bow on yellow, and that's going to be yet another round for Seven Spades. Perfect rotation by them. Lobby, upstairs, downstairs to lobby, and now they're going to do it all over again. Are we going to have back-to-back 7-0s?
I mean, it pretty much looks like it. The only reason why that round was extremely close is because of Billboard's patience over outside. He was waiting for the run-outs. I don't know if he was waiting for the run-outs or just waiting for the right pick when he was looking through front door over on this map. But, yeah, he got the triple kill by doing that, and then, next thing you know, Seven Spades cleaned up. Shout out to Sonar and Piano. That kill was big for his team.
Massive.
Yeah, there was a few trades that went through, but Seven Spades got the best of it. Chipsy Guac never really had a presence inside of the building, which was the major factor in that round.
And this is what I'm going to say about that. If you notice, because again, I know that spectating this, and especially at home, you guys are like, okay, it's kind of hard for me to grasp everything that's going on. Pay attention to the silhouettes through the walls and how people are playing off of each other. When things came down to, 4 people remaining on Seven Spades, 4 people remaining on Chips and Guac. Chips and Guac still remained pretty spread, which is fine on the attack. But on the defense, they started a motion towards each other. Why did they do that? They're trying to play off of each other to play for those trade games in case somebody dies. Or you team shot somebody. That's known in a lot of FPSs, especially where you have a lot more health and time to kill is a lot longer. You want to get those team shots going off. 2 people peek the same person from different angles. Unless that guy is literally a god that is named Cantor or Ketty, you're not winning that. You're just not going to win that. It's extremely difficult to win those kind of fights. So Seven Spades is playing things to a T right now, even with very large impact frags coming through from Chips and Guac early on. Like last round, Maestro was the first one to die. You no longer have control of your Evil Eyes. They can't move. Also, you lose the best gun, arguably, on the defense.
You're right. So Chipsy Guac on attack once again, looking to pick up their first round. It's been close, but, hey, we got all the chips, no Guac. Not able to come out with a win. So 2 minutes. That wasn't even a joke. That was just. I mean, they're struggling. Still close rounds, but just not able to pull out the W. So a little bit of drone work over in W. Billboard making sure that this piano area is entirely clear with a hatch open. He was able to pick up 1 player, 1 roamer. So with that intel being given on his end, he's going to go ahead and try that. He's going to test it. You see the outline. He's shooting down that barricade. He has another drone he's going to put the use in. Oh, if the run out. Oh, no. The run out comes. Oh, no, it's not. He's going to back up.
Gotta get up there, Bill. Come on, Bill.
Try again.
Those calisthenics. Get those calisthenics, man. Throws using that AUG 83. Haven't seen that quite a while on Cade. Quick shots by Michael as he's going to get met with a trade. This is what we were talking about earlier. Motive's going to actually flank him as the call out comes at the Mantis bench. And that's going to be 3 people dealing with the same person. That's what I'm talking about. The team play from Seven Spades is extremely high. They've been doing a very good job of that. But Temper will actually end up finding Throw, who's crawling almost lifeless, but is now definitely dead on yellow. So that's going to, again, put Chips Guac in the lead on man count. But as we've seen, it really hasn't worked out for him just yet.
Yeah, we see Seven Spades expanding a lot of players that we believe to be anchors. A lot of these 3-2 speeds, they're mostly off site. So Chips Guac, they've done a great job at picking them off earlier on in the round. But once again, it's going to be all about what do you do underneath that 1-minute mark. Moving in towards yellow stairs. It's going to be Billboard and a little bit of pre-fire. The intel is there. They know exactly where the player is. And Noski knows that there's going to be one coming. Billboard. He is going to fall victim to the out of 5.56, and now the odds are currently even. Seven Spades, they were able to take out 2 players along with Chipsy Guac, doing the exact same earlier on in the round.
Some great utility uses there by Temper as well to force the Maestro to move. Quick shot by Motive, though, on the flank, as once again, there's no one home holding those flanks, and Seven Spades is going to punish him for it once again.
It's the yellow stairs. Chipsy Guac, they're trying their damnedest to get control of this entire area, but Seven Spades are not giving it to him, and Noski picking up yet his 2nd kill of the round. Zest out of the game. It's going to be all up to Rudy. Yeah, this is going to be it.
Oh, no. Quick shots, but it's going to be the a hell of a headshot, but a quick trade coming through from Motive. And once again, playing off of these same angles, supporting angles work, guys. This is fantastic team play coming out from Seven Spades.
It's what you're saying, though. Every time someone dies on Seven Spades, they're close enough or in proximity for another player.
It's because they have the calls. That's why. If you notice out a lot, especially with younger teams, the info isn't there because a lot of the times they don't give the call until they're already dead. Maestro was calling out Nomad yellow. As she's moving up, he goes, okay, I can either pressure her from underneath and go for the flank, but if Maestro dies, I'm screwed because now I have the low ground, Anakin, all right? So, but instead, he rotates over, knows that deployable shield is inside a flag, rotates up spiral to the safer angle, and he knows, especially at that timer, that Rudy has to pressure yellow.
Yes.
Free kill, they end up winning yet another round. That's 4 rounds straight, and they will continue down that line, man, because right now, Motive's 7-0. The man has not died yet. Impressive rounds overall. He's been flexing to everything.
I have a question. Oh, Motive 7-0. I didn't even realize
playing
that.
Mute, playing Mira. He's been flexing all over.
He's been versatile. So, the battle was started and it ended on yellow stair.
Yes.
Why was that the main point of focus and Chips and Guac weren't really attacking for anywhere else? Because they kept pushing one by one and everybody died. Most of the deaths were on yellow stair.
You are getting so good at this.
Okay.
You're getting so good.
I'm casting with the god himself.
Oh, shut up.
No, but seriously, no, it's a real question I have because I keep seeing these one point of attacks and
it's like smacking
opening it up.
It's like smacking your head into the same brick wall over and over again and wondering why it's not breaking, right? So with that, they're using the utility early on. That was their means of attack. There's 2 ways to attack, well, 2 standard ways to attack console office. You either do an east to west clear, which starts over inside of admin, and you clear across, try and get the wall open. But Chips and Guac recognize out, hey, we don't have Habana, or they don't want to play Habana, and therefore they're going to have to go for a yellow take. So they try for the yellow take, and that ends up failing as well. Now, why did it fail? It's because you did not have any utility to watch your flanks. And they get punished once again for not respecting the roam presence that 7 Spade's been giving. They did it the first round. They got rid of the roamers in the first 2 rounds, and it just came down to site presence and rotations and just quick thinking by 7 Spades that ended up beating Chips and Guac. But every time it's just like they come up just short. It's not that Chips and Guac are really making massive errors. It's just that the little errors that they are making, 7 Spades is capitalizing on.
So when they took admin office, they almost won those rounds. So the moment they switched it up, oh my God, Sonar picking up and Billboard gets bopped upside the head. He had no idea where the shot was coming from. Quick, easy kill coming in from 7 Spades. But we'll break down that round later on. But it's interesting. 7 Spades they're Chips and Guac. They're frustrated and starting to show with their strategy. And now as they try something new, we have Motive looking to rack up yet another kill and drop it down the hatch. He's going to go ahead and not die this round. He's looking to be perfect so far. And Michael and Sophia's going to peek down towards Garage, and Sonar's flirting with danger. It doesn't matter. He's going to get a headshot. Michael's out the game. And Zest able to clean up right after that kill. I did not expect that at all.
That's a good night if I've ever seen one. Throw's going to continue to tack on, and Chips and Guac are falling apart. He can just put the bandit batteries down now. There's nothing really he can do. It's Rudy. It's Zest. That's all that remains of this Chips and Guac roster. Rudy will eventually find a frag, but again, still a long road ahead of them. Only 52 seconds left for Chips and Guac in this round to possibly do something. And again, it's off the back of this roam game. And 7 Spades is playing it too. Oh my goodness gracious. A quick free fire by Throw. And that's just going to be literally effortless. Nosk going to rotate upstairs to be able to handle it. Actually, no, he got it from the top of Black Car, actually.
What is the chance this is a 7-0? Chat, I need you to know I'm looking at you guys right now.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is going to be a 7-0.
Put a 1 in the chat if it's a 7-0. If you're going to try to be edgy and think that Chips and Guac are going to go ahead and win a round, let me see what you got to say. I'm going to see some real predictions in the chat right now, okay?
Yeah, because
7 Spades currently up 5-0, and man.
All right, so let's break some things down.
Okay.
So the reasons that 7 Spades is being so successful right now with these rounds that have been happening is because of their ability to play things safe. They get their initial picks and they immediately rotate out. Sonar got a pick off of Billboard, just not really respecting that Sonar was going to continue to be aggressive on that window. It happens. Again, it's very hard, especially when you don't play against teams very often. Chipsy Guac has played against 7 Spades twice. They played against them last week and this week. So therefore, you know they're not going to be screaming at each other. So recognizing that out, you know that you more or less just have to go off of your gut and what you think is going to happen. Sonar is getting aggressive in a lot of instances where someone will more than likely fall behind. An air jab happens, you go, okay, they have the information on me, I'm going to move. Sonar didn't, so he ends up getting that pick. Immediately rotates back down to side. They have the pick that they need. Mira stays up top to try and still have some map pressure, but then falls back, right?
Yeah.
Still aggressive plays by Sonar. Recognizes out, hey, we already got the man count advantage. If I'm able to pick off Thermite or able to get another kill and get traded out, that's absolutely fine, man. That's all that we need. So, continuing on down the line, they just played the trade game to a T. Chips and Guac still falls down to being down man advantage because Seven Spades is just playing trades extremely well. And then it comes down to that backbone that we saw in the first 2 rounds. Because if you guys remember, the very first 2 rounds of this game, Seven Spades lost both of the roamers almost immediately every single time. And it worked out for them beautifully. They didn't really need anything. Chips and Guac had all the presence in the world to try and get on the site, and Seven Spades still found a way out. Whether it was just not recognizing out that, hey, the members inside of the site still have feet, they can rotate out of the site, rotate up spiral and punish us, or what have you. It's more or less in Chips and Guac's court to try and fix this right now.
And the saddest thing about this is whenever Chips and Guac has a chance, with the EOD coming out from Lion, by the way, Seven Spades, their late round flanks have been king so far.
Oh, yeah.
But
and it's been off of the site as well.
Yeah,
it's not like there's some roamer that wasn't droned out. It's that they're just not respecting the roam game, and it's constantly, baby. There's so many staircases that you can rotate from, and that's what they're punishing them off of.
Yeah, I agree. Look at Motive holding things down to Admin. He's going to back him momentarily, but Michael is going to go ahead and get those.
They brought everything in the kitchen sink for roamers right now.
They brought Lion,
Jackal, and Lion. They're so freaking fed up with them, man. They're just like, please get off of my game. Just stop.
Hey, hopefully it works. The Seven Spades are currently perfect so far, but Motive has been pretty much one of the main
he
ones
downed him!
Oh, Sonar able to get the down. Okay. But I'm wondering if he knows that.
They do have a Doc, so he's definitely going to rotate back to site and have Doc try and help him out. No, never mind. Doc is all the way out and already claiming frags. Billboard once again going to get hurt outside. This man's going to be able to rotate all the way over back to yellow and get picked up. That was the line that got down. He's going to be back up to 20 HP. Nasi's going to be able to rotate back in safely, and Sonar's actually hold his angle up top as well, making sure that he will be safe. That EE1D not going to work again, so that recognizes out that Sonar knows Lion got picked back up inside of Tellers. Now they have to try and get aggressive on site, though. They know 2 people are currently off, but still presence on the mid floor. Nos with a quick shot, will down the Jackal. It's going to be Motive, though, on the other end of things to pick up Zest. Michael's down, so that means it's 2. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's going to be all left up to Rudy. Michael's still down, and it's going to be a quick rotate. Seven Spades once again. This roam presence being able to play off of each other so quickly. It's working out so damn well, man.
All right, so the best play I've seen tonight. Sonar's over. He's in between bathroom and piano, okay? He hears an audio cue. I know he heard him because I heard him loud as day. He heard the player outside the window at piano. He made that call out. Noski jumped out a window, and he had to run out instead of Sonar. And he was able to pick up that clean kill, roll back in to yellow stairs, heal up his teammate. They went on to win the game. Seven Spades, man. Just this teamwork is out of control. I love it. I love it. Sonar and Noski together, by the way, their synergy stands out more than anybody.
Yeah, and I think the thing is here is that, like, guys, we can sit here and we can praise Seven Spades all day because they're playing a fantastic game right now.
Yeah.
But if anything, if this is any call sign to anyone at home, is that the Dark Zero game was not a fluke. These guys know how to play Siege. They're doing a very good job of it. And again, it's not even off of their pure talent. It's just off of their information game, man.
Yeah.
So a long time ago, the infamous, or actually you can just say famous, he's not really infamous, Pengu said something that G2 does. I mean, this is what this man said.
I love you, Pengu.
Yeah, I think it's something that everyone can abide by, especially inside of a comp setting. If you are not close enough to be to your teammate within 5 seconds to capitalize on something that either they error up on or they need help with, you're too far away from your team.
That's a smart guy.
And that's exactly what Seven Spades has been doing. They've been close enough to capitalize on whatever issue one of their teammates is handling.
Yeah.
And it's worked out. It's you know what?
It's a buddy system, man.
They've got it. Hey, you know what? I got to get one in. They've got it in spades right now, let me tell you.
Oh, Chips and Guac look like they got it from Qdoba and that Chipotle right now. Still winless, looking to win their first round. They've been up the first 3 rounds, unable to close out because of Seven Spades' ability to clutch it out. Let's see if they finally have an answer for Motives, Sonar, and the rest of the guys on this roster. Now, frag grenade coming in from Noski, unable to pick up a kill, but a drone is going to come out. Throw is looking to dominate the admin office area, but before he moves right in, he's taking a look at footsteps and a little bit of pre-fire coming in. He's not going to see anybody there, so the admin office is going to be given to him. Chips and Guac, they've relinquished that entire area of the map, and Seven Spades, they're able to roam right on in. This is their house.
A Billboard going to start things off right on defense this time around as Motive will fall, so no IQ picked up. And Seven Spades is now on offense for you guys at home. I know it's been very quick, but Chips and Guac is now on defense. Gonna be guarding console office first, so no Habana picked up for 7 spades either, so as we talked about earlier, going to make things a little bit more difficult on flag hallway, but they'll be able to establish the long angle. That's over admin looking into projector. Throw going to rotate downstairs now. They need to try and find some other pastures to hunt through, because right now it's coming up pretty barren. Throw recognizing out that the hatch is open now. He does have one person down on his floor. It's going to be Zesty inside a piano. Oh no. Quick moves here. Who's going to win it out? It's going to be Zest. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. Crouch bounce helping him out. Not getting his head removed. It's going to be quite a bit of health as now Motive and Throw have both fallen down. Going to open up the top. Quick nade over. Already burned the ADSs with those EMPs of Meme, but it'll be Sonar to equalize.
All right. Looking at a 4v3. Chipsy Guac getting ever yet so closer to her first round 1 so far. But stacking up in the bathroom area. Meme is going to peek on over. They know that the pressure and the presence is coming from the window. And now he's looking. He's going in for the kill. Oh, looks away at the wrong time, and Temper's going to go ahead and punish him for that. So, with that intel currently being given, that's unfortunate. This is a matter of seconds. The fact that he looked away, he wasn't able to do that. But with a flashbang coming in, Sonar also going to pick up a kill to pick things up for his teammates. So with a little bit of pre-fire coming in, he's unaware that there's presence to the left side of this doorway. Sonar picking up yet a second kill of the round, and some gunfire coming in from underneath. Mean is going to pick up one as well. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Stokes, things are heating up.
Man, they're playing off of each other so well, putting pressure on Flag Hallway to make sure that no one can get any grasp on Sonar. He didn't see that black eye camera, though, behind him, and Zest is downstairs still with that Nitro cell. They will eliminate that. Only 15 seconds left. They have to make a choice. They have to pick exactly where to push. They're going to try and frag out Main and switch sites, though, as he moves into Projector, plays the tight angle, but ends up taking down Sonar. It's only left up to 1, but it's going to be Bill to put a nail in their first round here on Consulate.
They did it. They won. All right, so
they're playing off of each other so beautifully there, man.
Billboard and, the boys on that squad, they were able to pick up their first round, and hopefully they could turn it back around. 7 spades last time they were on USN. They fell victim of a comeback victory. So, hey, it's not like we haven't seen this before. So this can be it, Trips of Guac. Once again, I've said it many times before, and this is the exact same scenario. They have to play perfect. 5 straight to bring it to overtime, and then, hey, you're going to have to win 2 on top of that. So
got to recreate magic for sure. And Chips and Guac, though, first defensive round, looking pretty strong, especially with that last round where it came down to that 2v2. They were playing it smart. Still kept the smoke up top, but 7 spades were really, really close. All it took was that kill onto Billboard, but Billboard played it out to a T.
So I genuinely want to know. So Chips and Guac, they haven't picked Kaid or Bandit. They're playing Garage. Would you want to battle out Sonar when it comes to that Bandit drinking battle to slow them down from coming into Garage? Or is this a strategy that's that we see from time to time?
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
All right. So in my opinion, I would believe that their presence off site is going to have to be phenomenal. So it's going to be all up to the roam presence. They're really going to have to carry the load of this.
Well, the thing is that they didn't bring anybody really to roam with. Like, you can roam Duke, you can roam Rook, you can roam Doc, you can roam Mute, but you're not going to put Smoke or Maestro off a site. That's just not what you want to do. If I had to just spitball right now and tell you what they're going to do, is that they're going to try and put as much pressure onto Garage as possible. They're bringing 3 ACOGs.
Put it down, ACOG, get out. Yes.
Yeah. When they got the ACOG brothers going for spawn peaks. They're trying to get some early presence. Again, this is grasping at straws right now.
I agree. All right, so here we are. Very last round. It could be for Chips and Guac. So coming in against 7 spades who are currently on attack, and the Thermite having no direct counter. He's going to be able to open up the right side of that garage door. And Maestro is going to go ahead and get pinged out as he's going to retreat. It's just going to be Michael and Billboard watching this entire area. So if 7 spades go ahead and they overload this front garage door, they can get this plant down. There's no presence on the yellow stairs at all, by the way.
Oh, quick trades coming through from each team, Rudy to fall as well as the Thatcher, but really don't need Thatcher anymore. Main's already done his job, but Sonar's quickly going to catch a bullet as well. So one of the ACOG brothers has already fallen, but appears that the ACOGs still are alive as well, especially with the likes of Michael. Already taking quite a bit of damage, but found some kills in return. 7 spades now. Needs to try and find how to get a diffuser down here. Still plenty of denial. Have all the toxic babes of smoke as well as a nitro cell, and always those evil eyes can be a nuisance. Do have 2 frag grenades that can possibly get rid of those. No ADSs to try and counter that out either. So as they're trying to find yet another pick to try and get some presence on site, they do have to worry about this verticality as well. As they do have temper upstairs on the mute, and quick shots coming through. Frag grenade not going to meet its mark, as Michael's not going to take a hint of damage, but Noska definitely will. Going to get rid of as much utility as possible at the front of garage to try and handle the situation, as Motive has now rotated up into piano.
All right, and Cess moving in, filling his buddies momentarily. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. Utility not being a major factor for Chips. Oh, wow. Throw getting a nice headshot. It's going to be all of the gun skill, and Throw is showing that he's going to have it on his end. But still presence over in piano and a little bit of slow gameplay. 7 spades, opening things up from up top. They're making life hell for Chips and Guac.
Yeah, again, falling down early, but
they're in such an uncomfortable position.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 7 spades in the uncomfortable position, man down, and Chips and Guac is getting a little bit too antsy and peeking out when they really didn't need to. Michael needed to stay up there to keep not only that Aldo alive, but also keep everything else up. They do still have a nitro cell as well as toxic babes to use. Is he going to stick it? He's going to stick through it, and he's going to live and be able to secure it. He's going to go down, but all that he needs is that diffuser. It's now all on the defense to try and make this thing happen. Nosk not very much health, but he's playing it out to a T. Has the ACOG to try and win things out as the Smoke is dancing with death right now. Quick shots come through, and it's going to be quite a bit of damage done, but nothing fatal just yet. Temper still having quite a bit of health. Motive's going to rotate down, and Motive's actually, he's diffusing right now. Motive's going to have to try and get aggressive. He takes on the Smoke. It's going to be all up to Temper, and this is looking like the last round. It's going to be the SMG-11 to try to win it out. He gets caught out by the toxic, by the stun, but it's not going to matter. Nosk has his cross. He has to win out this gunfight. Quick moves. Has to try and defuse, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Nosk's going to secure the kill. 7 spades, 7-1. Very impressive game by them. Because again, look, even in that last round, they're down man. They're down man, right? No panic. Take things slow. Yep. What do we need? We need piano control. Okay. If we have piano control, we know we have yellow control. Okay.
Yes.
All they have is a nitro cell and toxic babes to try and stop us. All right, awesome.
That's fine.
We're going to try and get this established upstairs. We're going to establish these vertical angles, make it to where it's extremely hard to play behind white van, pipes, everywhere that you're going to want to rotate to on the defense, and then we're going to try and put this diffuser down. And if he throws it late enough, just stick it, because we have to get this down. The time's now winding down. We cannot play, back and forth with these toxic babes of Billboard. Yeah. So Zofia put her life on the line so that somebody could try and pull off a 2 versus 3 at the time.
Yeah.
And it ended up working out.
It worked out.
Because they had the angles. Nosk had no health. No health on the buck, man. Absolutely none.
No.
And that's, again, 1 health in a dream. And it ended up working out for him. All off of the back of Zofia's efforts to go, hey, I'm just going to stick it. We need to get this diffuser down. We have to make the play. And overall, just an extremely good showing by 7 spades. I definitely think they're going to give Rise Nation a run for their money.
But everything that you just said basically amounted to the fact that 7 spades, everybody had trust for their immediate teammate to the right, or whoever was in their proximity. Being able to go ahead and risk your life to put down the plant, having players that aren't selfish, that's willing to die to make sure the objective goes down, is big. You put your pride and ego to the side, and you have to understand that your teammates are going to have your back. But the piano presence coming in from 7 spades was just dominant. Chips and Guac, throwing out that type of strategy could have paid off if the spawn peaks worked, the ACOG brothers went off. They were up in numbers, they had a chance to win, but at the end of the day, the gunfights towards the end did not work out at all, and 7 spades came out on top. But yeah, Motive was an absolute animal, man, to start off the game. He really set the tone, and the late flanks coming in from 7 spades and the trades, they won that outright. It wasn't close at all.
It was just lack of flank watch by Chips and Guac. And the funny thing is like the first 2 rounds, they were able to handle the roam game extremely easily. Like, no problem, didn't even take any damage handling them.
Yeah.
And then after those, is like all of a sudden 7 spades woke up and we're just able to decimate Chips and Guac. I mean, it was almost like Chips and Guac needed to continue with the Nomad gridlock play, because it's almost like they didn't want to watch their flanks, and ended up just picking them apart because of that. Some aggressive plays by Nosk, and was able to get back inside and continued on inside of round 6, being able to find quite a few kills, including this one right here. Hell of a shot, able to find almost 3 kills in that round. Jack was able to get up later on, but nevertheless, Chips and Guac, might be time to go back to the drawing board and just your op selections overall, because again, you have to respect that roam game. 7 spades is going to force you to respect that roam game, and when it comes down to the site, you're going to need that execute utility as well. Maybe switch up the ops a little bit, bring a little bit more utility to try and, pan out over the entire round. Because what it seemed like really to me on their offensive sets is that they didn't bring a lot of site execution utility, and it ended up punishing them in those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, it was. So 7 spades, they went off of pure dominance when it came to slaying power within the first 3 rounds. And after that, it was just a strategic game. Everything that Chips and Guac threw at them, they had a counter for. When they tried to go yellow stairs, they dominated that. When they tried to go admin office, yeah, they let them have one side of it. Then after that, the late flank started coming out towards yellow stairs, and they ran this map, and they won 7, what was it, 7-1?
7-1, yeah.
All right, so 7-0, 7-1. Next game is going to go 7-2.
Oh, my God. Anyways.
But do we have the MVPs ready by any chance? Yeah, we're getting it together. Yeah. But Sonar and Nas, man, just the teamwork coming from them. They were the real standouts. Going against Rise Nation, they're going to have to bring that and more, but taking a look at the stats, Motive was on top, though, 10-3.
Well, here's the thing. You guys, actually, that's Rise Nation's logo. But anyways, I got confused there for like 2 seconds, like, wait just a minute. Anyways, look at the kill spread, all right, between the 2 teams. It's not that varying, but the scoreline was extremely varying, okay?
Yeah.
And the reason for that is that 7 spades was just playing things better. It's not that Chips and Guac weren't finding kills. We saw it happen a lot where it was coming down to 2v2s, 2v1s, 2v3s.
That wasn't an issue.
Yeah, it wasn't the kills. It was just that they were just not aware of map pressure. And that's really where 7 spades were finding it all. And as you said, with late flanks and stuff like that, that stuff can't happen. When you have map pressure and you're going for site control, you have to force them into, again, I'm going to refer to this all the time, so you guys better get used to it. The box. You have to keep them inside of that box. If you let one side of that if you let something pierce that or leave one gap, they're going to find a way out. And that's exactly what happened with Motive as Mute that one round. He was able to rotate all the way up in piano, and this guy just goes, why are you here?
Free roam.
You want to know why? Because you guys brought Gridlock and a Nomad, and nobody put a single damn thing on Spiral.
They didn't make a difference in the game. Yeah.
They didn't. Well, they did. They did because eventually they forced, especially in the first round, they forced the roamers back upstairs because they recognized out early, okay, they got a Gridlock and Nomad. There's literally no point in us being down here. Like, there's nothing we can really do. We can maybe try and stop a rotation if they try and come yellow if we stay down here, but we're way better up top and just hold yellow from actually yellow.
You're such a great analyst, and you're good at breaking stuff down. I love it.
Thanks, cutie.
All right, so... Okay, so actually we're going to jump into an interview, but that's not going to happen. But to me, it was all about piano. How many times do we see, how many times do we see Chips and Guac try to go near piano, and then they just got wiped out? It was insane. I love watching that play. But now we have the interview ready, so let's jump right into it. Let's go to my one. Who's this going to be? Naski, what's going on, man? How you doing? Congratulations.
Thanks, man. How's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. That's a cute cat behind you. I'm a dog person, but yeah. So, Naski, you guys won. One thing that Stokes and I harped on about over and over again was your teamwork with Sonar. You guys have such synergy, such great chemistry. It seemed like whenever one player went down on your team, another player was there to make up for it. What would you have to say about the chemistry on your squad?
Well, we've been together for like 6 months as a team, and our roamers have been playing together for a long time. Yeah, we've been together for 6 months as a team, and that's pretty good, knowing that we're not like in CL or like PL, right? So like, our roamers do really well together because they have a lot of chemistry, basically.
Yeah. So one of the highlights for me was the fact that Sonar, he was over in piano. He made a call out that he heard somebody outside piano window, I'm guessing, because immediately you jumped down and you were able to get that kill. The trades were on point. You guys were able to get a lot of late flanks. You guys frustrated Chips and Guac. They couldn't get in piano. Yellow Stairs were dominated by you guys. Was this just outright that easy for you guys? Because when it came to strategy, you guys were on top of it.
Well, we played them the first time on Consulate about last week, I think, and we won like 7-5, but I had like a really bad game, and Rudy just went off. He dropped like 17 kills against us. We were pretty confident going into this game that we were going to play even better, because I'm usually like playing well, and I played really bad the game.
Okay, so listen, you played extremely well. Now you have to go against Rise Nation. You have some real gunners on that squad. What worries you guys most about them?
They like to get first picks a lot because Tracken likes to solo push, and like They have a lot of good fraggers on their team, so we just have to make sure that we stay alive early, and we'll be all right.
All right, so that's pretty much it for the day. Anything you want to say to your fans in the chat? Because a lot of people love watching your dominance on that last game.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, like, if you're trying to join a team, I would recommend staying together because you're just going to play so much better and you'll have more potential.
Thank you, Nosk. I love you.
Stokes and I was just talking about that earlier on today, but congratulations. Wish you guys the best of luck for this final matchup, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
All right, you too, man.
All right. All right, so
what else can be said, man?
So
that's what you need. Like, look,
it's so important, man.
You have to stay together as a team. Just because it's 2 weeks in, you're like, oh, dude, we can't play. Like, dude, that's like getting a new girlfriend and being like, nah, it's fine. Like, we won't figure anything out. It's fine. Get rid of her. Like, whatever.
How many times have we seen the same team but different rosters on USN? There's no consistency, man.
Well, you want to throw one right out there right now? Billboard. He just moved from Hat.
Yeah.
Hat was together for a couple of months, if I remember correctly, if I know the timeline right.
Again, that was actually a really good roster.
Yeah, you know, but things happen. You know what I mean? That's the other thing you got to account for. You can't just stick together. If it's like if it's a toxic relationship, you got to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just finding the right blend of guys where you go, I can put up with your bull if you put up with my bull. You know what I mean? So
you're not always going to get along, but let's go ahead and jump right into the MVP. Stokes, you go ahead and go first.
I get to go first? I'm gonna leave it to a mystery. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? Let's put this up.
He really doesn't remember.
I do remember, though.
Okay. Then who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
You guys are really going to put this motive.
He forgot.
I did not forget. I did not forget. I never forget. He's loaded with a 10 and 3 and a 75% cost, dude. And he's 1 and 1 on an open. Oh no, he's -1 on.
He's -1. Yeah.
I tried.
But that doesn't even matter because he was 10 and 3.
No, it was definitely motive though. Motive was insane. Those late flanks were coming in huge. It was just, you know, him and Mean both start with the same letters. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, it's Motive or Mean. I got a 50-50 shot. I'm just gonna wait for it. It's fine. But no, Motive was definitely the MVP for me on that game because of his late flanks and just his ability to adapt. If they needed something done, Motive was there to be able to pick up the mantle and make things happen. So that is why he is my MVP for the match.
All right, so my MVP, I'm going to be outright with it. It's going to be my man Sonar.
I knew it was going to be Sonar.
So it's Sonar for a reason.
Yeah.
His stats weren't the best. I believe he was on the bottom for his team. Last time I saw him, he was on top for his team, so I don't care about kills. It's the fact that Sonar has such a presence in piano. Sonar was the main guy in piano. Whenever you heard a footstep, he was able to peek out the piano window and be able to pick up a kill or two. The jump outs were phenomenal. But his communication and always having his teammates' backs were most important to me. If you ever, you know, pick up the pattern that I do, whenever I pick my MVP, it's rarely the top fragger, shout out England. It's mostly the support players and the players that make the biggest impact when it comes to not being in gunfights. Communication, trades, all of that stuff means the most to me. But next match that we have coming up, it's going to be Seven Spades and Rise Nation, the final game of the day. So we're going to go to a short break for all of you beautiful people in the chat. Stick tight because we have a big one coming up. We'll see you soon.
fuel. It's domination in a can. Oh, tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Welcome back, everyone, to USN Stage 2 last week. It's the last week of Stage 2 until we get to the playoffs for Stage 2. Yeah, it is.
I was going to say, is that the last week? We got more coming up, baby.
Yeah, we start the playoffs next week.
Yep.
For Stage 2 to see who's going to go to LAN. But anyways, my name's Stokes. That's Veli. We're casting some games tonight. We got a very important one coming up next to see who's going to go to the closed qualifier. So, that being said, we got Rise Nation versus none other than 7 Spades, who we saw just have an extremely good showing on Consulate. And they're going to have exactly that again to try and play up against Rise Nation. They had a pretty easy game for their first game of the day. It was actually Deja Vu. Yeah.
7-0, 7-1.
I was trying to be nice.
No need to be nice, man. They slapped them. Say it. Listen, both of these teams, we respect them. They got beat. One team won a super donut. The other one got a French fry. We know they're going to come back better, but it is what it is. Both of these teams have been dominant tonight. And that's what, hey, the name of the game is. They're here to be the best.
Yeah, if you're going to be that dominant, you might as well do it and get a clip and make some money off of it. So, guys, we got the Venmo Community Spotlight. $700 in weekly prizes. $500 if you get first, second and third, $100. It's all your clips from your experiences inside of Rainbow Six Siege. You slap at a team 7-0. Are you Rise Nationing them? Then clip it. Send it in to us. Show us your crazy clips. Show us your flicks. Show us your fails. Hop out of a window. Die by a nitro cell in a crazy way, like Vandal throwing that up through the floor of the janitor room. Anyways,
do something pretty.
Yeah, do something pretty. Do something bad. Do something crazy. Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. Anyways, esl.gg/Venmo-R6USN. So we're going to put in those YouTube clips, upload them to YouTube, send them over to us. We'll review them, and then guess what? I might give you some money.
No, seriously speaking,
yeah,
there should be no reason why every single one of you out there are not entering clips into this contest.
Dude, right?
It's
free money.
It's free money.
It's free money.
If I had a chance to do it, I upload every day.
Here, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Right now, you're looking at this and going, bro, you're poor.
Well, most of
you're
you
poor.
out there are broke.
You're broke.
Yeah.
You are broke. Like, that's, just trust me. This $500 that you didn't have before, even if you're rich, man, that's $500. You know what you can do with $500? Like,
buy some Yeezys, go to Raleigh. Hello.
That's a plane ticket to Raleigh. Good stuff. Look at him.
Or you could just sub to my stream. I mean, come on.
Oh, my God.
No, but seriously, every single one of you should be uploading clips to that contest because it's free and you get money out of it.
I'm telling you right now.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Everyone's got that one clip. They're like, man, if I could show this off to thousands of people, I would do it. Get that clip, upload it to YouTube. We all know you have an internet connection you're watching right now, okay? Upload it to YouTube, send us that link, we'll watch it. Just please, make my life a little bit easier, make it less than 60 seconds.
We roasted the entire chat. But the most important note about that is that we always announce winners on our recap show on Monday. If you've never watched our recap show, first off, we're not friends anymore. How can we be friends again? Go ahead and tune in every Monday night. We go ahead and we upload it. We give you guys a rundown on everything that's been happening. Make sure you go ahead and watch that show, man. It's on YouTube. It's free to watch.
Yeah, there you go. You guys can see one of those clips. If you won first, you get $500. I mean, spend it, go to Nevada, go to the Area 51 raid or something. I don't know.
Let's jump into the game,
anyways,
man. Let's look at the rosters we have for tonight. Starting off with the first team, it's going to be the one and only Rise Nation, a handsome Vandal. He's going to be alongside England, Acid, Factor, and Tracken.
Fra, you mean?
Fra. Tracken is playing under the name Fra, by the way.
I'm going to keep giving him crap till he changes it.
Yeah, Tracken.
Tracken, you can't do that to casters, man. You can't. It's just, it hurts us. Anyways, Rise Nation coming off of an extremely good game on Bank, but I don't think we're going to be going to Bank this time around. We'll have to find out later on, but that's your roster for them. We got one more roster to talk about, though. It's the people that you just saw. It's 7 Spades, or S7 Ven Spades, as Belly and Blue like to say. Noski, Mean, Sonar, Throw, and Motive. This roster last time around looked pretty impressive when we found out why later. Guys have been together for half a year, 6 months, and that's definitely time to develop some team chem. And this is exactly what they were showing. Some good comms are winning them quite a few rounds, especially man down.
So this matchup is going to be experience versus chemistry. One team has been making changes. You know, they've been battling through some rough times, which are Rise Nation. But on the other end, the flip side of the table is going to be, you know, chemistry, a team that's been together for half a year. And let's go ahead and see where they will play tonight. And it's going to be Consulate, yeah.
Again, I said we only play 4 maps. We only play 4 maps on this desk.
Yep.
That's all we play.
Only, like, on USN, we always have upsets and 4 maps we play on. Like, those things are so constant here.
Death, taxes, and 4 maps.
Yep. And Space Station.
And SSG tie-in, yeah.
That was so sad the way we looked at each other and said that. So, for this matchup, Rise Nation has the advantage. They just watched VOD. They just saw all the setups that Space had.
Yes.
So you know they did their homework. They're ready to go. These guys are veterans. They've been in the game for a long time. They've been at the top before.
Watch 7 Spades knew that this was going to happen, and then all of a sudden they just come out with like a whole new look. Like going to the barber, getting a fresh cut, you know.
Oh, just come looking just fresh.
Yeah, just come looking fresh. Come correct, you know.
Right.
Yeah, come correct.
So for those of you at home, you guys are always involved in our votes. Let's see who you guys think are going to win. And it's going to be Rise, which is, like I said, it's
a little bit more equal, about 60-40. You know, I believe that. I believe it.
Looking at fan favorites for the night, going against, you know, the underdog, the dark horse. So I expect that. But still, 7 Spades has a realistic chance at winning this game. It's going to be all about how you start. And let's not forget about how you finish. But
I was going to say, I was about to catch you on that one.
But the final match of the day, here we are on Consulate. 7 Spades and Rise Nation. Stokes, what are we in for a treat for when it comes to these bands?
What are we in for a treat for? I think we're going to, you know, relatively stay the same, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. I'm not trying to hype up a band phase. I'm really not. I'm just saying. But with that being said, I still think we're going to see the Blackbeard come out. Blackbeard's incredible on this map. We might see an IQ ban if somebody's trying to lean on Pulse or something like that. Again, Consulate's something that you can do quite a bit with. Jackal's going to start things off. Rise Nation's on defense. That makes sense. They want to try and limit the roam clear of 7 Spades. Going to make them work for their team chem instead of giving Jacko, which basically sets it up for you. You immediately have a plan of attack and forcing people off from what they want to do on the defense. So Nomad going to get banned out next, which is yet another extremely good ban.
She's annoying. Get her out of here. If you want to roam, then, and you know, pick up all these flanks that you're getting.
They're really making this easy for roamers. Like 7 Spades really kind of helped them out with that.
Hey, there you have it. So the first defensive ban currently is going to be Pulse, which is big. Pulse being in garage is always a nuisance. Whenever he's underneath, you always have to worry about that C4 presence coming in from him. The guy is dominant on Consulate. Getting him out the game, smartest thing they could have done. And for the very last ban, I'm expecting Maestro.
Oh, going to have Echo on the field. So we saw Rise Nation last time lean on Echo.
Yeah.
And Acid was the one playing that. He did a fantastic job. So we're more than likely going to see that again. So with Echo on the field, that means we're going to see quite a bit of IQ. Also, Valkyrie's on the field, so we're definitely going to see IQ.
All right, so Stokes, I got to ask you for your prediction.
What's up?
Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to take Rise Nation 7-4.
7-4?
7-4.
Oh, man. So I was talking in the chat during the break, and I was asking people, hey, who do you think are going to win? So I picked out the dumbest guy in the chat. His name is Sko. Shout out to Sko.
Oh, my God.
And Sko is basically a walking jinx. And he said, hey, I'm going to pick Rise 7-4. And you're known as a jinx as well. So,
oh, no.
With that being said.
No, dude, we're gonna Trunks and Goku it. Dude.
Fusion dance. Fusion dance into the ultimate jinx, and 7 Spades might come out with the win. But we're going to see what's going to happen, because here at the U.S. Nationals, we've seen the craziest outcomes to these matches. So Rise Nation, they cannot overlook these guys, especially with the dominance that we saw last game.
I really cannot believe you
set
Sko on fire like that.
I love you.
Oh my God, Sko. Rest in peace, buddy. That's a body bag for you, man. You're not even in the game and you're getting put in a body bag. That's rough.
Sko's the man. So jumping into this game, Rise Nation, they're going to start off on defense. See a little bit of yokai usage. We have Smoke coming in from England, so the anchor play is going to be strong. Vandal is going to be on the first floor, right by Piano, so let's see how he's going to hold that down. Oh.
Ooh, some smart usage here by Vandal.
I like that.
Yeah, you can put the yokais inside of the window seals, get yourself some extra information. And like we talked about earlier, they're extremely invisible right now, so unless you have an IQ, which they do, they have throw an IQ, you're not really going to be able to find them. So this is going to make it actually pretty easy for him to get rid of one of these yokai drones pretty early on. But as we've seen, 7 Spades, slow and steady wins the race, and they've done a pretty damn good job of that so far, especially in the last game of Consulate that they played. So I'm expecting more of the same. Throw's going to take quite a bit of damage, though, from means I have no idea where, but actually it might be Fra from underneath. It might be, Tracken from underneath through the drone hole, which you've seen become a means of attack outside quite recently.
So with the audio cue coming in from Repel, Vandal's going to run right in front of Bath, when utilizing that yokai drone, he's trying to gather some type of intel. But the one thing that they're going to have to be cognizant of is the pressure that 7 Spades are causing from up top. Banoski, he's going to sneak in right towards the front desk, getting a headshot on Vandal. Sonar right behind him. We're now looking at a 5v3. Oh, man.
Quick shots and trades back and forth as Acid will actually find his first kill of the night. It's going to be on to throw. Noski's still alive, so he still has some sight presence. Sonar will get cleaned up by a Toxic Babe. So things have all of a sudden been equalized. So we are going to have Tracken on the flank. He can hop out this window if he so chooses, but he knows that somebody's lacking. Is he going to go for it? The punch, the man's on drone. Noski to claim a double kill. That's still him inside of sight, as he is going to be able to down Mean outside. So they're going to have to try and don the mantle here, as one has been down. They can possibly pick him up, and Noski's just chilling inside a piano. Mean will now get picked up. Still plenty of time on the board for both of these teams. Still quite a bit of time for them to delay and try and play time to the best of their ability. They do still have some Toxic Babes. That's going to be the second one popping off now, as we do have Tracken motioning his way up through Circle Desk. A swing in, but oh, that timing by England not going to work out for him. Cleans up Mean, quick shots through the smoke, but he's not going to make any contact. England has to try and find something. It's going to be Gridlock, but the shots are going to connect. Motive rips his head off. It's going to be all left up to Tracken. He has to try to find a will and a way. Might be helped out by a little bit of that Rook armor. Diffuser now goes down. And as we've seen, 7 Spades been able to fight their way through hell every single round prior. Nitro Cell comes out, but they're going to play it vertically. So smart. They know the hatch is open. They establish the angles. He doesn't have a Nitro Cell. Tracken has to try and fight his way through this. Actually has a suppressor on the Deagle. We're going to be able to recognize that early on.
Oh, the
shots coming through everywhere. They know exactly where he is. Pre-fire's coming through. Tracken wins this out. It's going to be insanity. Quick shots from underneath, though, as Motive plays a prone angle. Perfectly played by 7 Spades here on round 1.
And the verticality was the name of the game, and 7 Spades were the best at it. It was pretty unfortunate once England opened up that hash from up top. He had the jump on the guy. He was able to get the first shot in, but he was unable to keep the reticle on him. He lost that gunfight, and it was unfortunate.
Complete honesty, the reason that he lost that gunfight is more than likely because
ran out of bullets, or
Motive is Gridlock is a 3 armor 1 speed.
Oh yeah, you got to keep that in mind. You're right.
So she moves a lot slower. So you're used to pacing like a 2 speed or a 3 speed on movement, and instead he's trying to pace a 1 speed, which moves a hell of a lot slower when they're ADS.
You're right.
And he just drug it a little bit too far, and
that was unfortunate.
It really sucks when it comes down to lead, because then you're like, dude, you just missed your shots. I'm sorry. Like, I can't, England, I can't pull you out of this mode.
He did miss those shots, which were pretty vital. But 7 Spades, they dominated. They played the round right, made sure they got up top and dominated down low. But Rise Nation, them picking that exact bomb site was different. They threw a new look. I didn't expect it. 7 Spades, they played like they did. They came in with their A game, and there you have it. They're going to be the first ones on the board, 1-0. So Rise, how are they going to be able to answer back? We'll see.
Well, they're going to have to find it quickly. I can tell you that much. Because right now, I mean, at least they've made the adjustment early. They went to lobby first, which we don't see too often. We will see, lobby or split site, which is the tellers as well as archive site, taken sometimes to make it to where, hey, maybe they pick a wrong operator that they need, something along those lines, but instead, I'm going to go immediately downstairs. Usually we see their console in the basement selected first. They make the quick move. Yeah. Very smart. But as we've seen, 7 Spades really brings the same universal unit of operators for every single occasion. So they're already going to have the hard destruction as well as the Thatcher needed to get this garage open. They are having factor on Bandit, so we could see some Bandit tricking possibly. Interested to see exactly where these mirrors are going to be of Vandal, though.
A little bit of skeleton key usage coming in from Noski, making sure that he's going to be able to shoot down low and cause some damage from up top. It's going to be all about execution at the end of the day. So taking a look at the operators that are currently in use. Acid, we've seen him phenomenal when it comes to playing on Echo. He's not going to rack up any kills at all, but it's a utility play that's really going to be.
He got one last time, but it was on Jaeger. Last round he got 1 kill, but it was on Jaeger. He doesn't have a kill on Echo.
So far he's chosen Echo like 5 times, and he's got no kills, but his impact has been far greater. He's won 2 rounds on his own, and his utility play is phenomenal. So let's see if Rise Nation can go ahead and use that. And with Piano being given outright to 7 Spades, you see, Noski is looking for that one opening to be able to get that first pick.
Seven Spades going down the checklist and keeping it to a T. Already have all the staircases locked down, so it's going to be gunfights for Rise to try and fight out of this box. Vertical angles now being allocated by Nosk as reconstruction surgery is soon to be the wave here. And Nitro Cell's going to follow as Factor with an explosive finish to Noski's life will remove the buck from play. Looks like they are poised to try and go for a plant here, but England has all the information in the world on the Mira inside of the small office. Diffuser now getting picked up, but that Toxic Babe is more than likely going to be off mark. I don't think it's going to deal any damage yet. It's going to be the Yokai to bail him out.
Yeah, that Toxic Babe was way off mark, and the objective almost went down, but it was slowly stopped. You see a Yokai, you know, peeking back and forth, able to gather some type of intel. Less than a minute currently, and Thrall is making the most of his time. Able to go out and take Tracken out the game, and on the big flank, he's gonna open things up for the people in front of the garage. Motive getting a double kill. England and Vandal out the game. Factor's gonna join him as well. It's gonna be a 1v4. Make that a 1v3. It's Acid. He's trying to make magic happen. But with a shot coming in from behind, Acid cleans up the last kill, and that is it.
I'm telling you right now, man, I try not to fanboy on the desk about stuff, but Seven Spades is just looking so damn good.
They're looking great.
Here's the thing, is that Seven Spades continues to apply pressure from all angles. If they meet a road stop, they immediately go around it. They don't try and fight through it, they go around it. They keep pressure where they were. You see Gridlock stay on yellow, you see the pressure stay on garage, and then they rotate behind. They know that Rise Nation cannot get out of basement. They've locked it down. They've put gridlocks up, they have the information, and they have people watching it. That's the important stuff. But they also apply pressure from back there. They pick up the kill inside of lockers. I believe actually they rotated all the way over to the hatches inside of archives, opened up archives and dropped, and then applied pressure across, which again, fantastic plays by Seven Spades, because that's what needs to be done. When you hit those roadblocks, guys, it doesn't mean just challenge everything and hope for kills.
I agree.
Find a different avenue, and that's what Seven Spades is doing, and it's working great.
Right about now, Rise Nation, they wish that they had eyes on the back of their head to watch out for that flank, because that flank came in the absolute best time possible. Once that happened, I forgot what player that was. Rise Nation, they were split apart. They didn't know, hey, are we supposed to look at the objective guy in front of White Van? Are we supposed to all team up together and get the guy that's on the flank? That opened up everything, and Seven Spades are looking great. I don't want to jinx them just yet, but hopefully they can keep up that type of momentum. Go ahead and work on their third win in a row. But here we are coming out of prep phase, going pretty much on the same site. Let's see if Rise Nation learned their lesson. One thing that was a big question, Noski, he was able to get in the piano immediately and make an impact.
How do you stop that, or how are they doing that?
How do you stop that? Or is it okay to give that up at times?
No, it's not. A piano is literally the entire crux of this site. If you have piano control, you're in a very good spot. They tried to counter it out with just underneath nitro cells, which is a fine way. That's a fine avenue of doing things if you want to do that. But I think the thing right now is that Rise Nation is giving up literally all the map control in the world for free. For absolutely free. It's because it's free. It's free. Look at all the drones. If you guys look through the floor, you can actually see if the blue drone is if a drone is highlighted blue, that means someone's on it. Just use your eyes and look through. You'll be able to see it. And now we're gonna have throw. No buck needed. Just shoot these through the floor real quick. That's all you need to do. Use that electronic wrist sensor and be able to get rid of those bandit batteries with a couple bullets from the pistol. And then there was already 3 down, so you already know Factor only has 1 on. He's getting rid of everything. That's what we were talking about. There's so many soft floors in here to where IQ is massive. You can get rid of so much utility early on and not even have to show face for it. Don't even have to open up an angle. The only thing they can do is possibly nitro cell them if they hear a couple pistol shots, and that's really about it. Quick shot's going to come through now as Moto's going to be the one to capitalize on 2. Good night, Vandal. We'll see you later. Gets put in the body bag, and that's going to be a quick wrap here on round number 3. It's all going to be up to the remaining members of Rise Nation. They need a flank here. They need some pressure, because right now they have nothing. All this map control. Sonar is going to claim yet another body, and here comes the back rotation here from Tracken, assuming that it was a Seven Spades member, but no, it's going to be Tracken trying to pick up the pieces. Diffuser's going to go down now as that Toxic Babe's going to do literally nothing. Tracken's going to move up. He finally takes down Sonar, but they're going to have to try and find some way to battle back. This is going to be extremely difficult. They have ACOGs to battle against it outside. It's not looking too good for them just yet. England's going to smoke off yellow stairs, makes this a little bit easier to apply pressure outside. Gridlock will jump down, but there's only one panel open. England to take down throw, but a nade will take down track, and it's all left up to England. SMG-11 at range, not going to work out. Quickly crosses, but I don't think he's going to catch up the pieces. No, it's going to be Motive once again to capitalize, and it's 7 spades, 3 rounds in a row. Just, man, they're making Rise Nation look like fools right now, man.
They're giving it up, man. They're giving it up.
They're giving up the map control.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like, when it comes down to things that are like this just clean cut, it's literally because Rise Nation has no roam presence at all. There's literally no one. Like, the only person they have is like Tracken, but they don't give him any utility. There's no reinforcements off-site. There's nothing. There's nothing for Tracken to actually make a stand and try and fight back. And that's where Rise Nation is falling. You have to try and fight back against them. Because right now, all you're doing is giving 7 spades. It's free real estate. That's literally what it is. They're literally just walking in, and they already have map control. They don't have to worry about you doing anything. There's no rotations. Compare this to how 7 Spades was playing on defense last time, because it was more or less the same thing. Chips and Guac was having early map pressure. They were able to frag out sonar and throw quite often, right?
Yeah.
But 7 Spades continued to fight back from site, and not only that, they were making rotations off site to try and reclaim map control. Yeah, it can be risky, but if it works out, you end up winning the round.
Once more, Motive on top, 7-1. We saw his dynamic play.
This man is a different beast today.
Oh, yeah, that 2K from Yellow was absolutely phenomenal, but 7 Spades were full of 5 bullies. They went out there able to run into the map and be able to dispose of, the small things, getting rid of the cameras and the bandit batteries. They went in there with no fear at all. And by the time that they were ready to pounce onto the site, there were 2 minutes left. And the yellow stairs that was given up just so easily, if you're on Rise Nation, if you're going to relinquish that, have a backup plan. Rise Nation, they didn't have a backup plan. So a few black eyes going out here and there. England and crew, they're going to try to come back and win their first round, but right now 7 Spades are not feeling any type of pressure at all. Rise Nation, you're going to need an answer for this. So here we are, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and with the players coming out of spawn, let's see what Motive has under his sleeve. 7-1. He was pretty much a star in the first game, and he's looking to recreate that type of success once more.
Well, 7 Spades, as we've seen, slower to wind up, but definitely have the same execute power nonetheless. Starting things off over inside of admin. Already have the drones present to make sure that everything is clear. They have full control of the east side now. Already have angles established to hold down tellers as well. Open up the hatch to make it to where Motive can toss those tracks through to lock down any pathing that they want downstairs, making things a little bit easier. They do have some roam presence now. It's going to be on the mid-floor, but Factor and England have to try and get something with this. Just because you have people off-site doesn't mean that they're actually doing anything.
Yeah.
And again, this is where things have begun to fall apart, is that 7 Spades just continues to have free run of the map. You guys need to try and pull that away. You got to apply some pressure someplace. Even showing face and trying to get them to chase down your roamers, do something else. It's something that needs to happen. And right now we might actually see a hop out, maybe. It's like they're looking for it.
He's not about that life.
Oh, you don't think so?
Factor ain't about that.
Okay.
Okay, it's not happening. There you go. But look at this. They're stacking up on second floor right now, ready to go. All the windows are covered, and Vandal on smoke is gonna bust out. Little Toxic Babe and some fire from the SMG-11, unable to connect and cooking a nade. Noski is looking to get one on the board, and Bro is going to be it. He's going to be able to get a headshot on Factor.
And Vandal's down due to the frag grenades. There's no dock either, so they're going to be able to smoke things off. And as we've seen, actually he's at 1 health. Vandal is literally at 1 health. He's so low that he looks dead, but he's not. Toxic Babe's going to come through now. Smoke's not affected by his own Toxic Babes, so no damage will come through to actually kill him. Is that all the Toxic Babes?
Look at all the utility usage so
much.
far.
That was a utility dump and a half. So much burn. Vandal's going to rotate though, and he takes down Sonar. That's going to be the planner. England to capitalize as well, and Vandal follows it up. It's going to be all left up to Mean and Motive. We've seen it before though. These guys have been able to make magic with these situations. The 2v4 to start off with only 45 seconds. As time dwindles down, they are going to be able to claim 1 frag, and it might be the opening if they need quick shots. Tracken's going to have to try and win this out. He's locked between a rock and a hard place, and he wins it. He fights out an acid to capitalize. Rise Nation finding their first round.
Yeah, Rise Nation finally getting one on the board, and that was such a great one. We were questioning the utility usage coming from all of the Toxic Babes coming out with just under a minute. But right after we said that, Vandal and England stepped up big, picking up 3 kills between the two of them. And after that, 7 Spades fell flat on their face. But now we're going to go to lobby and press room once again, where 7 Spades were able to win out the first round pretty dominantly. So hopefully Rise Nation are going to have presence on the second floor. That's where 7 Spades were able to thrive. If Motive is able to run loose, get hatch control up top, he can stop all types of rotations and pick up a straggler or two. So with a 6 pick coming in, we're going to have Tracken on board with, Valk. There you have it. Make up your mind, man. Okay. He's going to pick her.
Not a bad pickup.
No, with the black eyes going out here or there, he's going to be able to gather some type of intel. And with IQ in play, those black eyes and the yokai drone is going to be a major risk. But it's going to be all about how Throw plays on top of IQ.
All right, well, Motive healthily in the lead on frags as he's in front of everyone by 4, so.
Yeah.
Been pretty impressive so far with the gridlock plan. They're going to continue to use her. Extremely impressive operator, and we've definitely seen quite a few uses for her, especially on being able to lock things down, especially on Consulate. She's extremely impressive on this map. We've seen her used quite well on Villa as well before, as well as Cafe. We saw her quite a few times. Just, I think for an op that a lot of people thought was going to be underwhelming, she came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, actually, I believe it was the second round we saw her utility come in big. Whenever the clutch situation was there for Rise Nation, he was unable to move around. And whenever he did, he had to shoot a track stinger, and the audio cue let everybody know on 7 Spades where he was. So, I mean, her usage is great. I love her. The utility is on point if you use her right. The 7 Spades looking to create an upset story. Rise Nation, they've been in every single qualifier that we've had. Every week it seems like we see them, and they get upset. They're tired of losing.
Yeah, they're the next Rogue.
Yeah. Rogue finally made it, though.
Rogue finally did it.
They finally made it.
Ranger was so happy, but it seems that Rise might be falling to the same affairs here as 7 Spades is,
but that's,
again, pretty healthily in the lead.
Yeah, that's the stage that USN offers to the community, though. For those up-and-coming teams, those, Tier 2, Tier 3 teams that always felt like they had a chance against, hey, we can beat Rogue, we can beat Rise Nation, we can beat Dark Zero. USM gives them that platform to do it on the big stage.
That's exactly what 7 Spades is aiming to do right now as well, yeah. They're trying to get to that closed qualifier and definitely doing a handed job of it so far. So about halfway through the round now is have relatively the same site presence as before, focused on upstairs as Motive's going to propel himself up towards bathroom. They recognize out someone's on yellow. It's actually going to end up being the Rook of Factor as he's trying to hold things down over here on yellow. It is a lobby hold for the defense, and I don't think anybody is going to commit just yet. We haven't seen 7 Spades do anything too wild just yet. Most of it has been relatively calculated for the most part. We have seen some crazy plays by the likes of Noski, but Throw's going to be the first one to capitalize. That'll be England to fall. That's actually a very big pick. That's going to be the smoke. He used 2 Toxic Babes, though, so already delayed a little bit of time, but definitely not on site where they needed it. That's what they're going to be leaning on Vandal for, as they do have most of the top presence, unless Factor is still going to be on yellow. Drones, 2 of them now, searching through as Factor's rotated himself down to benches. Acid now on yellow. Still trying to emit some presence. 7 Spades has been doing quite a good job of gaining map pressure up top again. It has been decently slow. It's not snail's pace, but still quick enough to where they definitely have time to get this execute done.
But they can take their time. They're able to be rewarded by doing that, by taking out England, who was on smoke. The utility, you say that 2 Toxic Babes were used, and that made me think, hey, the microaggression, what a great kill. 2 great kills for Rise Nation. But the microaggression and the pressure, the presence coming in from 7 Spades, they're able to make sure that Rise Nation are able to feel that type of presence. And Mean holding down Yellow Stairs, able to pick up a kill. Wow.
What?
There's a lot going on off site right now. And Motive able to pick up the last kill, and C4 coming in to defuse.
No, you planted on blacktop. You can't nitro cell that. Tracken's gonna have to try and pick up the pieces. If there's a man to do it, it's definitely him. Pre-fire's coming through, but everyone has abandoned ship. They're all outside. Repelled upside down. He's ready for it. The Sonar's just gonna move down. It's gonna be a quick shot, and that's gonna be the end to Tracken. And 7 Spades once again persevering through so much that Rise Nation is doing. Rise Nation is playing a pretty good game on defense. I'm not trying to take anything away from them, guys. But the thing is that they're not playing off of each other upstairs, and it's punishing them. As you guys saw, 7 Spades is applying pressure from 2 separate angles per person. So Smoke is inside of Projector at the time. They're applying pressure from admin as well as flag hallway. They have IQ motion up flag hallway, in which Factor was not paying attention to. Ends up pinching out the smoke, getting that kill, takes over top control. Factor rotates down. Now you have your top pressure. Okay, cool. We only have a minute and 15 seconds left. All right, that's fine. We'll try and find some more information. Use those 2 drones. They find some more information. Okay, cool. We miss Factor laying down in benches. That's kind of a weird place to be, but that's absolutely fine. IQ rotates down, gets caught off guard. Okay. Rise Nation is fighting for map control downstairs. Great, that's awesome. But what they disregarded is we don't have anybody inside of Piano. Thermite gets control of Piano. Somehow, some way, we weren't really able to see it, but they get control of Piano. They hold the cross for yellow because they recognize out someone was playing yellow last time. They thought that it was Factor, but it wasn't this time. It was actually going to be Tracken who rotated up. Kills Tracken instead. They end up picking out Factor because they knew that he was benches. They had that cross held down from yellow. So they're able to clear out all of yellow, which again is that linchpin for Piano. And all they have to do is worry about the cross, which Motive took care of. So it's, again, it's a level of competence that 7 Spades is at that I think a lot of people are not really understanding.
How the hell did you remember all of that? You just broke the game down second by second. That's impressive.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You're okay at this cast and stuff, man. Ubisoft did a good job with you.
That's why I make the medium bucks, right?
But all right, Tracking, there we go.
No, that's what you need. That's what you need.
Yes.
Tracking, fight for that map pressure, man. Factor's picking. Look, they put both the young bucks
That's what they
on
need to do.
fragging ops. Pull the Vigil, pull the Jaeger, do something. You got to fight for this map control. You have to show some pressure, and this is what they need to fight back against 7 Spades, because otherwise these boys are going up 5-1.
They're able to improvise and adapt. So Rise Nation, they realized that the reason why they were losing, they were playing so passive, playing too far back. They were giving everything away. But no, you're gonna have to learn to take, be mean, be a bully, be able to spawn kill, be able to pressure them at certain choke points. That was happening,
dude.
And yeah.
Honestly, with these younger teams, man, start messing with them. If you get a nice kill on somebody, type GN in the chat. I'm so serious. Start messing with them. If you guys mind games. If you guys have ever played a sport in your life, there has always been that guy that's lined up across from you and whatever, talking some mess. There's always been that guy. Dude, yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now, like if I had a nice kill on somebody, that person's getting good nighted. Noski right there, he's getting good nighted.
Good night.
Like good night. Have fun with that one. We'll see you later.
Teabag him or something.
Bro, I mean, hey, like if it gets inside your head, that's what you got to do. It's winning that matters. That's all that matters when it comes down to this. This is competition. So, I mean,
Oaks and Valley promoting trash talk. Yes,
dude. I mean, hey, trash talk in a good sense.
In a good sense.
You don't want to sit there and
the
talk
line
about,
is and not to cross.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a line not to cross. You know what I mean? If you keep it in game, like you're trash, whatever, blah blah blah, blah, that's fine. But 2 early kills coming out, and Rise Nation starting to fight back, and this is what you needed. It's the duo upstairs. Keep fighting it, Factor. The boys are finding a way back. This is what's been needed. Continues that war. It's going to be the 2 roamers that do it. It's what we've been talking about. Rise Nation needed to warm up. This is a wake-up call. That's a flawless round. We'll see you later. We're coming back. We're coming back.
Doing it big, man. They went out there and just went all willy on them, man. Dominated.
That's what they need, man.
Flawless round, and you know what? That's going to tell Rise Nation, hey, we have gunners. A lot of people are doubting him because Hyper left, and they don't have a real fragger.
Factor was the best player at Allied.
Create your identity.
Yes.
Create your own identity. Create your own legacy, man. And it all starts here. Factor, Tracking, do it big.
Dude, exactly. Guys, if you didn't know, if you guys are wondering why I'm saying Factor was the best player at Allied, at the Allied Minor,
yeah.
The reason I'm saying that is because he had the highest rating. He was above every single professional player there.
Yeah.
Everyone. Feral, Psycho, Nesk, anyone you can possibly think of. Factor had a better rating than all of them. A rating of a 1.34 across the entire land. He outdid everybody there.
That's what gets me upset. Rise Nation, throughout all their struggles and getting knocked out of Pro League and going through all of these troubles in USN, they're too good for this, man.
Yeah, man.
We all know what they're capable of. It's all about them finding their identity and being able to adapt against teams. Them adapting, I would say, is their biggest issue because the skill is obviously there. They can slay out with the best of them. Now, it's all about knowing exactly who you are, going out, just get loose, have fun, man. Don't overthink it.
What have we seen before with teams with good chem? What do they get picked apart by? What does Evil Geniuses get defeated by?
I don't know.
Unpredictability.
Yes,
unpredictability. Why does Reciprocity beat the hell out of EG at almost every turn?
Most unpredictable team we've seen.
Well, I mean, LG is on that level now. Like, LG, I think
both
is
of
more
them, though.
unpredictable. Yeah.
You know why, though? I mean, take a look at LG. They have those young gunners that run around, and they're free. They're not handcuffed to a certain position. You know, it's like, hey, run around. You made it this far for a reason. Let's go ahead and do you. And so, Rise Nation, they're adopting that type of mindset, and they're going to be able to make a comeback if they can get to that point. But you know what? Enough about Rise Nation. 7 Spades, currently up 4-2. They're the better team right now, dominating Yellow Stairs as they did the first time they played today. They're looking to repeat that type of success. And Tracken, he's going to be on the drone right by Mute Jammer, able to call out some intel behind the pillar in White Van.
They got 2 to worry about,
Yeah.
though. They got Throw and Sonar. These 2, again, it's like Factor and Tracken just joined another team. Like, we've seen them before on this desk. They're extremely impressive. They're not scared to roam. They're not scared to peek whatever it takes to try and get a frag out. I mean, Throw's looking for practically spawn kills at a minute in right now. You know, whatever it takes, that's what they're going to do. We even have Motive upstairs in Piano as Mira, which I don't really know why that's happening. But hey, it might work. Oh, Sonar. I thought he was going to get aggressive. I really thought he was going to get aggressive on that. He's going to have an EMP go off on Yellow, though. And as both panels have now been open, it's all up to Rise Nation to try and take a little bit more control as Tracken rotates down Spiral.
Yeah, Rise Nation, they're going to have to find a new way to win right now because of the fact that we're past halftime. They swap sides. They start to pick up some heat on defense, but now on offense to see if they have something that they can show. And Frey, a.k.a. Tracken, is going to be the one to go ahead and get the first blood, taking out Mira. So that's going to be C4 off the block.
Now, off the chopping block for sure. All the stun grenades coming through now to make sure ADSs are clear, and they for sure are because most of them are upstairs. So this is when the plant's going to start coming down. They do have some toxic babes as well as some nitro cells. Nowski's going to get aggressive. Can he see through the smoke? He actually goes prone or crouched to be able to see through it a little bit easier. Sonar's going to take a little bit of damage from that asphyxiating bolt, but up close and personal right now is Though. Will they be able to recognize him out? He has a laser on his gun too. That's a little bit dangerous. Definitely playing this one close to the chest. They're all looking super far down. Daniel's got that ACOG as well as everyone else. Oh, Throw. Is he going to be able to come up big? He has to find both, but no, he gets taken down. It's only going to be up to Noski behind Yellow. He has to find 4, stop plant, 36 seconds. Multiple to find, but that SMG-11 not going to do him any due diligence. Rise Nation pick up yet another round.
All right, down 1 now. All they need is 1 more to go ahead and rally back up to tie the game. So, the play with Mozzie was so close. I think that was a make or break moment for 7 Spades. If he was able to get that 2K, he could have turned that round around. You know, the diffuser was dropped in front of him, so the objective was in his sights. Unfortunately, the P10 wasn't strong enough to win that second gunfight as Factor picked up the double kill and Rise Nation moved ahead. So, Rise Nation is starting to realize that Factor is going to have the hot hand. So he's going to be on Thatcher with the L851. Great gun if you're going to look to go ahead and put some holes in heads. What's up?
We got a game.
We got a game?
I'm so happy.
You think so?
Dude, I'm so happy.
All right.
You guys can ask Valley. I'm standing up right now, man. Like, we got a game. I'm excited. You're excited. He, she, we.
I'm going to stand up too. Let's
go.
go.
We're standing up. Let's go.
go.
Let's go. It's time.
Who needs
it's time.
chairs?
Who needs chairs? Chairs.
Shout out to Secret Lab.
Who sits? Not me. I sleep standing up, man.
Okay.
I sleep upside down. I'm a vampire.
So let's go ahead and see. Down 1, taking a look at the operator usage. I'm going to have my girl Gridlock on the board along with my man Capital. But Frey, a.k.a. Tracken, he's going to be on IQ. Bruh. Good thing for him is there's going to be no Yokai drones, no Valk in play, so his responsibility isn't going to be that big. If he's going to be able to search anything, it's going to be default cams and the goo mines that will be thrown down by Motive.
10 seconds
So,
remaining.
what we saw the first 2 rounds was a Motive show. After that, it was a Tracken and Factor show. It's time for everybody else to start picking things up so they can start firing off on all cylinders for both of these rosters.
Pretty traditional setup here by 7 Spades for the top floor is panels up to protect people playing inside of connector and bathroom and everything else, protecting rotations and things alike. It appears that Rise Nation is going to be going for a yellow take, and that should be a telltale sign as soon as this window gets ripped down and you hear every single rappel coming up on West. So we should have an adjustment here by 7 Spades to rotate over to yellow. They do have the angle open up for the pantry wall to be able to hold things down, as Lesion's going to open up an angle to watch the windows upstairs, as he, for some reason, did not recognize out the drone rolling on the ground, as I'm pretty sure he'll be able to find it. Nope, he's completely oblivious.
He's blind. That's
Traken is literally just like watching him, is like, hey.
That's Helen Keller with some Guma.
Oh, Traken's going to read his drop. He's going to read this drop. He heard the impact. He recognizes out that he did open up the drop. He's actually going to take a little bit of damage from the gridlock. Oh, no. Vandal dealing just a touch. Just about 5 damage to Traken there.
Oh, man. So much of a missed opportunity being able to single out Legion, but they were unable to act on it. But, hey, Acid. It's going to be the first one on the board. Taking out Sonar. One of my MVPs. And, Motive with the nice little peek. Okay. Kraken's taken off the map.
And Throw rotates over to help him. This is what we were talking about with communication. Throw as well as Motive on that main floor. As the Factor's actually inside of bathroom. Oh my god, this man's literally inside these people's houses watching his hands right now. Quick flick and Factor. That's yet again. That's a double. Continues on down the line. 2 EMPs already been used. He's waiting on rotation as well. Quite a bit of damage done to him. No chance to reset, obviously. Legion Mine going to go into the foot of Vandal now as they have to try and find a way onto site. They're going to rotate back upstairs. This AUG is definitely going to be of some use now as those longer angles are being adopted. Doesn't have an ACOG though. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. Should be able to recognize all the Factors inside the bathroom. No, he's going to continue on down the line. Is it going to be a quad for Factor here on round 8? And it is! That's Factor, baby! Wrapping it up with a bow on round 8.
Sonar outdated, Motive overrated, Factor activated. Let's get it going. Factor getting a 4K and putting the game on his back. He's been on fire for the past 3 rounds, and he doesn't look like he wants to cool off anytime soon. With his man tracking right behind him, being pretty much a slaying duo, the rest of Rise Nation, along with those two, have been phenomenal. Fighting back, tying the game in 7 spades. They're not looking like the team that we once saw. They're going to have to pick him up.
All I'm saying is, dude, you know what the thing I have stuck in my head right now is?
What's up?
It's Warm It Up by Logic. That's all I got.
You've been dancing this whole
dude,
time about casting.
Yeah, well, I just got Warm It Up because, like, dude, Rise Nation, dude, they've been warming it up. Let me tell you. Like, they were down. 7 spades is really just taking them to the cleaners, to be completely honest. And it's all of a sudden, it's like, as you said, they just got activated. Like, yo, we're not going to take this lane down. No. Let's find something here. And what they found is, did you know that Traken and Factor know how to play this game really well?
I think so.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
11 and 5.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's nothing like a good session at clicking heads, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Let me tell you, because right now, Factor is definitely the move, as well as Traken. These two together have been so dangerous, and Factor's been doing it with Thatcher, which is extremely impressive, because with Thatcher, you also have to respect your utility while you're doing that. It's not as important as hard destruction. You still need him to make that hard destruction work and make sure hard destruction more viable, but again, you dump those EMPs, and all he is another man with another LD5.
And the difference between both teams, 7 spades, their thing is trays and refracts. They stick together and they use a buddy system. Their bait and switches are phenomenal. For Rise Nation, they learn to put Factor on an island. They learn to put Traken on an island. Factor was looking like a North American nest right there, man. You know, you put him out there all alone and say, hey, you know, sick him. And he was that dog. He was hungry. So. And
again, that's the stuff that gets in your head, man. When you, as you said, when you have the buddy system going on and not one, but both of you lose that gunfight, oh man, that's a shock to the system.
The fact that he was able to go up yellow stairs and pick up those 2 kills were crazy to me. He owned it, and he had no help around him. There was no reason why he should have lived during that push.
Well, all I'm saying is, Sko and I might be right.
7-4.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win 3 straight. Don't jinx it. Knock on wood, man. Cast or curse.
No. I'm not knocking on a damn thing. I'll tell you right now.
Stokes is feeling it right now.
Dude, I'm feeling it right now. Let me tell you. All right. Well, as we are jumping into round number 9, it's going to be 7 spades to answer this time around. They need to try and play this a little bit smarter. They're getting a little bit too willy-nilly on their roam game, and it's been picked apart quite handedly. And it's more than likely been off of information. They just have not had the information to try and combat this. And whereas Rise Nation have had all the information in the world. The 3 old guards, they went back to went back to droning. And letting the 2 young guns clear things out. It's been working out so well for them. Calls piano clear. Traken moves up now. He's ready. Notes Motive is, oh my god, Motive actually hopped outside. He gets clapped off the map. Good night. Vandal with the kill. Clears out piano. Traken now has complete control of the entire entire mid-level. Recognizes out a man inside a pipe, so that call is going to come out just in time to be able to tell that man to rotate. There's going to be Sonar downstairs. Still has time. Possibly rotate. We've seen him fight out before. Sonar going to start things off right. Takes down Vandal. It's going to be the gridlock, but all those tracks have already been used.
Oh, such a great angle coming in from the hatch. Frey once more, along with his duo, picking up kills left and right.
You got to know that that's open, man.
Yeah, Sonar. He's going to be a victim of a headshot, though. England is starting to fight back. He's trying to bring that revenge tour back on board. They're aiming right in the cafeteria. Factor isn't able to get ahead in the sights, and with the diffuser currently going down with 1 second left to go. Oh, yeah, and that's going to be it. Backing up with the 8 cogs is now going to be now for Rise Nation to go on defense in 7 space, go on attack. But with Mean all alone, with no toxic babes in the SMG-11, oh, he has no hope. This long-range fight is not going to work out in his favor, and with the Peen coming in, he's trapped in a corner.
Yeah, this man's dead. Pre-fire's coming through. It's going to be Tracken once again to find a kill. I'm telling you right now, man, Tracken as well as Factor are just something else on this team for Rise Nation. I think they finally found what the final form of this team can look like. If anything, I would say personally, Vandal, England, throw those guys on the support. Throw your boy,
I agree.
Throw your boy Acid on that flex and let these two just frag out of their absolute minds, because it's an impressive show, man. It really is. 7 Spades is trying to pick up the pieces, but
you can't.
If you want to get down to the nitty gritty, it's literally just a lack of information that's punishing them. They just don't know where people are, and when the offense all of a sudden has all the information in the world, it's a very daunting thing, man. Extremely daunting thing. They're getting picked apart just because Rise Nation is doing better on intel. It's not because Rise Nation all of a sudden got more aggressive and they're just fragging out of their minds. It's because Rise Nation is playing aggressively with good intel.
And you know what? It's so unfortunate because he's been such a dominating factor for this team, 7 Spades. But what he's used to doing isn't enough for them. The fact that he was able to hop out window and challenge that fight, he was taken out by Factor. And then what? That was a ballsy play. It didn't work out. Now your team is down a player, and the utility usage coming in from, okay, Mirror hasn't even really been a factor. Echo hasn't been a factor. Like, none of these operators have really been a factor. It's been pretty much a slave fest. From all of the stories that Kix, you and Parker tell me about, year 1, it's starting to look like that. It's a gun show right now. Rise Nation, they have all the heavy hitters on their side. So hopefully 7 Spades can go ahead and rework their strategy to fix the new and improved Rise Nation. Because if not, this is snowballing out of control. I believe it's been 4 rounds in a row. There's no way they're going to be able to stop them. I say if they win this next round, it's going to be a 7-4. You and Sko might be absolutely correct.
Did you hear that one, Sko? We're good, buddy. We're real good. You can come cast with me. Belly doesn't believe. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyways, jumping into round 10 now. And here's at Rise Nation once again. Kind of slow and steady, but all the information in the world as this drone game is once again working out. Main focal point is going to be Piano, and those pre-placed drones really working out for them as well, locking down the staircases, recognizing now that no roamers are possibly finding anything just yet. EMP is coming through now as England now has to play the game. What are we going to choose?
Oh, taking her time.
Factor with a very smart drone as well. They're going to actually use an asphyxiating bolt and levy that with info as well as the exothermic charge to be able to get the wall open. And again, we have
stairs wide open.
Yeah, exactly. It's flipping the script, man. What do we see from Rise Nation when they left the entire mid floor open? There was no roam presence. What happened? They did. 7 Spaces took over.
You know what it is?
They fell into the same trap.
They're playing not to lose instead of playing to win at this point. Now they're letting Rise Nation just take it from him, man. Listen, you need presence. You cannot. Okay, so the fact is, you're having 2 players gun out. They're dominating this game right now. Why just turtle up in Garage?
Well, that round where Rise Nation just let Factor and Tracken just go absolutely manic was the round that they really started turning things up on defense. Yeah, he's absolutely in trouble. You are 110% correct about that. They have all the info that they need on site now. They recognize that one by Pipes. Noski, though, to capitalize on Vandal, and Sonar is going to battle back. Now it's Rise Nation man down. They need to try and pick up the pieces here. Noski continues to thread this needles. They're picking everybody apart, and that's a roam game that was needed. Throw somehow got upstairs all the way from assumingly admin.
All right, if these 2 clutch it out, I'm going to lose it. I'm chugging another can.
Oh, man. All right.
So these are the 2 players that have been a difference maker currently in a 2v4. Watching teams watching players like Kanto, Laxing, Skies, Foxay clutch up in these situations, you don't want to bet that this round is already over. It's very clutchable. You have enough time. Kraken is going to go ahead and take out Sonar. Nice shot. And it's going to be a 2v3. Shooting from above, Factor. It's causing a little ruckus. Verticality is currently coming into play, and Tracken currently knows that one player is currently prone. It's going to be all about it.
Oh, that's a huge kill.
Yeah, Nasi getting that kill is going to be all with the factor now. Doesn't look good. He has to get the diffuser down in a 1v3. Doesn't look likely. Hey, but that headshot was definitely off the chain. Yeah, he's not going to be able to clutch. He's running out of time. They backed up. They're playing space and time. 7 spades. They're able to stop. That was a little heat check for Rise Nation.
It's that late rotation, baby.
Tied game.
That late rotation.
Tied game.
Yeah, that's exactly what 7 spades needed to wake up. Again, they were taking things laying down. That's what we were talking about before. The entire mid-floor had nothing on it, no roam game, nothing. But finally, Throw or somebody on the team was like, hey, Throw, we need something here. You have to pick this up by the reins. The man is able to make gold happen on that round, rotating all the way across upstairs, and they had no intel on that piece of it. No Claymore setup, no nothing for that opposite staircase, apparently. They had the early pressure, recognizing out that there was no roamers, but they did not account later on. Just because it's clear for, a minute doesn't mean it's clear for the next.
I agree. And for those of you that are just tuning into the stream or you're new to Rainbow Six Siege, whenever you see Frey on the screen, F-R-A, his name is actually Tracken. He changed it for some ungodly reason.
If you guys like Darling in the Franxx, it's an anime. He named himself after that. He switched back and forth. I've known Tracken for like 3 years, okay? And it's always been either Tracken or Fra. That's been it. Or Trace, because his name's actually Trace. His name's so much cooler than mine.
All right, let me say this, though. If you're an aspiring pro player and you want to be at the top of your game, you're going to have to create a brand and a fan base. I've always been, strong about this. Get one name, hold on to it, keep it. That's what people are going to remember you by. You are your brand. Sell yourself. Make sure you're known, and go ahead and create your own legacy afterwards.
Dude, I can definitely tell you I'm stoked on that, 100%.
Yeah, but Sonar looking for the spawn peak. And, he's not going to put it in the hands of the P10 Roni, so he's going to go ahead, barricade that, and back right on up. But why are you getting hyped about that, man?
Oh, no, I was just making, because of my name, I was just trying to be cheesy.
Okay.
You're welcome. Anyways.
I'm stoked.
I'm stoked about it, dude. Definitely stoked about it.
But a great game we have so far. 5-5.
Impressive by both sides.
It's anyone's game.
The thing is adaptability. Inside of these best of ones, you have to adapt on the fly. Like, it isn't like, oh yeah, we have another map, don't worry, we kind of recognize out their playstyle, everything's going to be okay. There is no fallback plans. There is no plan B. It's plan A, and if plan A doesn't work, you fail. That's all. Yeah. So, again, you have to have those quick changes up, and from both sides. If something's working well, you have to continue to shape the Rubik's Cube to make it even harder and harder for them to try and throw something different at you to figure out what the algorithm of what's going on.
A little bit of drilling happening down in Garage and also Yellow Stairs. Yeah. Vandal and the rest of Rise Nation, they know that there's a lurker and they're looking to take him out of the equation before they go ahead and move up.
Oh!
And, Tracking. He's going to be the main man to go ahead and take Throw out the game. So, 7 spades, down 1 is going to be Valkyrie. Yeah, even though he's dead, he's able to use those black eyes if the placements were well. But with IQ in play, Rise Nation has a chance to take away that intel device. England get another headshot for Rise Nation. Sonar also dead.
7 spades just getting a little bit too antsy, not recognizing out where these angles are. Yokai drone now coming out from 7 spades, trying to slow down Rise Nation just a little bit, but it's going to get shot off the floor. They do have all the angles that they possibly need now to try and take over console, though. Still holding down connector here. So it's going to be Noski on the dock. Seen him before in the prior game, be able to win in these clutch moments, and Toxic Babes now coming through from the likes of Mean. But still a lot of work to be done by 7 spades to come back on this round. They have every single means to try and do this. All the information. That's going to be the second Yokai drone now gone. Motive's just another, Motive's just another man with a gun now, and that's more than likely what they're going to need. Noski, as well as Mean, holding things down in the mid-level. Rise Nation trying to get things together. Last EMP going to be used to try and clear things up. They are applying some pressure down low, though. His Motive's going to swing wide. Means next to fall, and it's only Nosk as he gets taken down.
Wow.
Factor, once again, a flawless round here for Rise Nation.
And what a missed opportunity. 7 spades actually had a player down in piano. And if he was able to get the flank by winning his 1v1, he could have flanked around, got the win for the 1v1, had a possible 2K by slowing down Factor, but 7 spades were unable to execute. So Rise Nation now, map point. Chat, I need to know right now what the chat is thinking. Do you think Rise Nation is going to close this out?
Dude, this is raps.
I need to know.
Raps.
I need to know. This is way too hype.
This is raps.
It's going to overtime.
You're calling it?
It's going to overtime.
Okay, what's our site? What's our site? We're going to lobby press room. Okay, 7 spades. They have a lot of options right now.
I like this for 7 spades.
So lobby press room. They're going the ACOG bros. We got Rook and Doc.
Okay.
We also have Echo. We're actually going to get a 6 pick here. What are we 6 picking to, Nosk?
Uh-oh.
What are we 6 picking to, baby? Give it to me.
Flash if you're.
Where are we going? What are we going? Come on. Let me know. Are we not?
Oh, no.
Oh, this is the Rook.
No, I'm going to say
Oh,
Nation's going to win the game. You know why?
Dude, 200
you know
IQ.
Why? You know why?
What?
They're not
Attackers
confident.
need to locate and
He wanted the
defuse
6 pick,
bombs.
but he didn't say it with his chest. He was indecisive. I don't know.
Well, they both did it.
They did.
Track it, 6 pick to IQ from IQ, and then Rook to Rook. Dude, they just don't know. They just don't know. But look, okay, I'm calling it right now. This is going to come down to a 3v2 in favor of 7 spades, and they're going to throw it. That's what's going to happen.
I need a 1v1 Motive against Factor.
Motive against Factor?
Yeah.
Motive's getting clapped.
So Motive's going to be on Doc.
Factor's been on another planet this game, man. He's been looking incredible, and I think it's just the fact that the more veteran players are like, hey, we believe in you, we trust you, we'll get you the information, you get us the frags, and again, it's been a pretty good business deal that they've made, I would say.
All right, all jokes aside, I really want this to go to overtime because I do not want this game to end. It's still earlier on in the day, and I don't want to go home right now. I want some more Rainbow Six Siege action. So. Under Visa stairs, we see a roamer is currently backing up as a drone comes through from Frey, aka Track, and is unable to see who's on the stairs currently. Yeah, he's going the wrong way, but he might run into him momentarily. Hey, give it a second. Once he turns right, there it is. That player's going to get called out. So down the drone and up in intel. So let's see how he's going to work with that information. The Vandal moving in towards second floor. We're going to go ahead and clear things out and move on over. But take a look at the outlines. He's going to have 3 people right in front of him. Let's see what him and Factor have planned.
Well, as we've seen, the slow beginnings here by both teams on their offensive sides, and Rise Nation not going to be any different as they're trying to gain as much intel as to where these players are. Going to recognize out that Smoke has rotated inside of median. Sonar is going to start things off, though, as IQ will fall. That's going to be Track, and he's had quite an impact so far on the game. And appears that Sonar might now just be warming up. That was a man that was once on admin stairs, but he definitely has rotated since then. Looks like he went to Spiral and was able to find the kill from there. Remember, guys, they do have feet. Just because you droned them out does not mean that intel is still live. Mean going to use a Toxic Babe as the drone will come through to recognize him out still. Now we're going to have the tracks of Gridlock as we're going to have motion from 7 spades of Spiral.
So with the Toxic Babe coming in with 1 minute and 30 seconds left, that's great utility used earlier on in the game. That's going to be a big plus for the attacking team, aka Rise Nation. So, with that out of the way, and also P-Power coming in, Acid is letting them rip, unable to connect. There you have it, Mean out the game along with Sonar. So playing for their lives, 7 spades, currently down 3v4. This gunfire is going back and forth. We have the Factor, aka Factor, losing half of his health. Now under a minute, both teams, they're landing spray.
This is between a rock and a hard place. 3 ACOGs still up on 7 spades, and they're looking for blood right now. Only 48 seconds is what they have to deny. Drone play now coming through once again, and that's what's important, guys. You got to get this information. Peeking wide, just to peek wide, does not gain you anything. Rise Nation going to make sure that that's true once again. Motive as well as Noski still upstairs unless Noski has dropped. So here that, nope, yeah, it actually is. They're all downstairs now, and they're all on the mid-floor. Noski to add things on. It is going to go down to actually in their favor.
Oh.
It's going to be all left up to Motive, getting a little bit too aggressive as Noski and throw. It's all left up to the Doc, and instead it's going to be a 1v3 to try and bring things back. But they have every means of travel locked down for Motive. He's going to peek out, but he wins the battle. Vandal laying down a little bit too late and gets punished for it. Pre-Fire's coming through, going to stun dump the door and then rotate into anti-chamber. Motive still has quite a bit to find. Still plenty of time on the diffuser, but he's got to worry about England first. They have the cross set up, though. Factor, once again, he's been so good this entire game. He's been so influential over a lot of these rounds. Going to go for the long arm now. He's going to try and stick it. They have to try and get aggressive. England's up close. Is he going to stick it? Is he going to 180? No, it's going to be a free kill. Wow. And it's Rise Nation to win it all after a comeback early on.
Whew, with gun skill as smooth as Intero's voice, Factor and Track and fought hard to come back. And with the comeback, they're able to win 7-5. I believe it was a 6-1 run that they win on. What'd he say? The trashy plant spot.
Tracking, you're welcome, cutie.
Tracking, I love you, man. Change your name back to Track. Factor 16 kills, 16-6. Yo, I'm telling my mama, that's a bad man. Yo, he took their lunch money. That was bad.
It was impressive, man. Very impressive show by Rise Nation.
He's a bad man, yeah.
I think the thing to highlight there between those two is that Seven Spades did an extremely good game plan moving in to recognize out that Rise Nation was playing more passively, and they punished that. But Rise Nation, as soon as things started getting into dangerous territory, they finally were like, you know what, let the dogs loose. We got to win this.
They adapted immediately.
This is the time.
Yeah.
You know? And they're not going to join Rogue in the likes of, hey, we're going to just continuously do this for 4 weeks in a row and finally get to the close qualifier. They're going to do it right here, right now. So very impressive game by Rise Nation. But again, tip of the cap to Seven Spades. They're so very close, man. So very close. There's just a few things that go their way in that game. They're the ones walking away with the W.
Yeah, and it was just the fact that Rise Nation. So the recipe for success was everybody playing support except Tracken and Factor, and you let them roam around, and just make their own plays. You know, as Democast usually says, either you make the play or the play makes you. They were the first. They made every single play possible for their teammates. Even when they were unable to impact around by getting that 2-3K, those pretty plays, they still opened things up for their teammates just by them being such a factor on one side of the map. Seven Spades, they did it well. They were aggressive. The moment they stopped being aggressive in the second round, that was it for them. They started playing passive. You saw them playing Garage, but they all turtled up over near cafeteria and whatnot. Their presence was not felt, and that allowed Rise Nation to have their way. Great play right there. Whew.
Again,
that was a great game.
Dude, Rise Nation just leaning on veteranism and their ability to be able to gain intel and then just letting the people with arguably the better shots handle the situation, and it worked out for them. Again, it's all about adapting the game plan, and Rise Nation was able to do that extremely well, especially with the likes of Factor, man. This round right here by Factor, just insane. Absolutely insane, and definitely proving once again why he was the best player at the Allied Esports minor.
Well, why does the night have to end right now?
Dude, I don't know. Honestly, I want to see Rise Nation versus Rogue.
Run it back. Marcy, you host up the lobby.
We're doing a best of 3, boys. We changed it.
So next week, we actually have the best of 3s, right?
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, you're not going to be here.
No, I'm not. I got to go home.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Blue. We could do this.
Much depression.
I'm going to miss you, man.
I'm going to be eating my gallon of mint chocolate chip ice cream at home.
One thing I will say, though, just how much the competition has risen for the U.S. Nationals.
It's insane, man.
You know, Seven Spades, Parallax, Dark Zero, Space Station, Rise Nation. We've been getting amazing games. And, you know, I watched a lot of USN last year. This one is on par or better, I would say, man. You know, these guys are really gunning for the top spot. And the fact is that these, you know, up-and-coming teams are really sticking it to Rise Nation and Dark Zero and top teams that we're used to seeing on top of the boards whenever it comes to power rankings. It says a lot. It says a lot. And only USN gives them a platform to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, for teams like Seven Spades, guys, you guys are on the cusp. All right? You are on that bubble of being a top-tier team in this game. You're right there, man. I mean, Challenger League is just around the corner. I definitely see Seven Spades in the running for that 100%. It's just, again, Rise Nation has one thing that only comes with time, and that would be veteranism. Yeah, it's experience. It's being that vet. It's being in those situations. I mean, England has seen those exact same situations a million times over, man. This is, again, just another day in the office, and they're able to pull the win out.
But you know what? This shows a lot of AMs and up-and-comers that, you know, if you guys stick together and work on your issues rather than always pointing your finger at, you know, whoever you think the problem might be, your team just might get better, you know?
Yeah.
It's chemistry. It's like a relationship, you know?
And you learn something every single time.
Exactly.
You
get with a girl and you don't just leave her after the first argument. No, you guys learn and build.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that people always forget in these kind of moments. When you lose, you learn a whole hell of a lot more than you do winning. A whole lot more, man. Why do you think Rogue is looking so good right now? You know how much losing Rogue has had with Vertical?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. You want to know how you get better? Go lose. That doesn't mean try to lose. Try to win. Fight your heart out. Do your absolute best. But when you lose, you learn something about yourself and how to improve your game. And that's something that Seven Spades can take away from this game is that, hey, you know, maybe we just need to be a little bit more adaptable. We need to lean on, you know, information more. It's not that they weren't, you know, understanding how map pressure works or anything like that. We saw that with them being able to get aggressive upstairs a lot, recognizing now that, hey, somebody can't peek me from flag hallway, stuff like that. They weren't getting giddy. They weren't like, oh, I can't do anything. Let's just lay down. It's just Rise Nation playing a better game, man.
Hey, with that being said, great speech. That came from the heart, man. I felt it. Let's jump right into the interview, man. I'm pretty sure it's my man England again. Is it? England.
Yeah.
Looking like a relative of Finkenade with that hair, man. What's going on? So, I'm playing. I love you. So, the first 2 rounds was scary for you guys. You guys started off slow. You were down 0-2. Then we saw a little bit more aggression coming from Tracken and Factor. What can you tell us about the adaptability that you guys possessed in that comeback?
Can you guys hear me good, right?
Yeah, I hear you well, man.
Okay, you know, I was gonna make sure, you know.
All right.
Can't waste my words, you know. But yeah, Tracken and Factor obviously are like, you know, crazy, like young, talented players. So we went down early. Our energy was kind of bad.
Yes.
Being honest, we like those guys were doing some. I'm talking about audacious plays.
They got
like
loose.
They were just running in, planning, no smoke. Like they caught us really off guard early. We kind of. It took us a couple rounds to really like adapt and start just like, you know, we realized we could just start roaming on these guys and we just kind of let Tracken and Factor loose, and one other round I just had to sight and everyone died, and that was that. But honestly, shout out to those guys. Like they're actually like, they impressed me a lot.
Yeah.
Not like typical like running and gunning, peeking everything team. Like, I mean, yeah, they were doing some crazy stuff on D, but besides like a couple of garage defenses, they were playing like pretty standard, and they actually adapted, tried to bring out Echo. They didn't know I had the best Echo hunting eyes in North America, so that didn't work too well. But like that would have worked against another team, I promise you. So hey, they are thick. They are thick.
Thick with 2 C's, baby. All right, so I didn't talk to you the first time I saw Tracken play with you guys, but you guys picked him up. So your battle back to stardom has been hella crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? With the Pro League stuff and everything happening, the upsets at USN. But you guys picked up Tracken, and why Tracken? What about him told you guys that, hey, you know, his potential is through the roof. He can be the guy that we need to be successful in this game.
Well, we played at the minor, did a lot better than I was expecting.
Me too.
Yeah, we were playing with Dot at the time. We decided to part our ways with Dot. It wasn't really a gameplay thing. It was just more a personal thing. It's just that's how the game works sometimes. Yeah, F's in the chat. And you know, we tried a lot of people out, but I was just pushing like everyone on the team to realize that we just need firepower. Like, I'm not going to compete with these 18-year-old CL kids running around like complete gunners if we don't have one of our own. So we're already a Factor. You know, I was one to step down if there was another young talent, and Tracken was definitely like a young talent coming up. So
right.
Yeah, it was just a firepower-based decision. I just wanted someone who I knew could just step up and, you know, just win rounds and make plays in the back. And
all right.
Yeah.
So basically, Tracken could, you know, effing do the job.
Yeah.
Oh, so with that being said, man, the Rice Nation squad, they're out there. They love you guys. They're happy that you won. I said a lot. So tell Tracken for me to keep one name and stick with it. Frey, Tracken, whatever.
That's what I've been telling him.
Exactly. You're going to have to start building a brand because you guys are a known team. And with that being said, wait, Stokes, you come in the camera, man. Say it.
Hold on 1 second.
Get it together, man. Come on.
Bro, just tell him to go with Tracken. Literally everyone on the box knows him as Tracken. Everyone knows that man as Tracken. Darlin and the Franks had a terrible ending. Why is he even... Why?
X.
All right. Okay, so with that being said, what I wanted to close with, building your brand, having a fan base, and owning it, what do you want to say to the real Rise Nation supporters out there with the last question of the day? Or the last, you know, statement of the day?
Honestly, I'm just glad the guys are sticking around for the ride. We had a tough, like, first season of Pro League.
Yeah.
We lost some key players. We didn't really shop in our areas, and we didn't adapt to the players we had quick enough. So we got relegated for it. It was unfortunate, but
it happens.
Yeah, honestly, just stick with us for the journey back because we are getting back, and that is for sure.
There we go. That's what I love to hear, baby. England, it's a pleasure. Hopefully you could carry me in ranked sometime soon. I'll holler at you about that later. But with that being said, congratulations for winning the Eastern side of things in the bracket. I'll see you next time in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
All right, take it easy. All right, so one thing I will say, man, I'm starting to really love these interviews because these guys are so cool.
Oh, dude,
man.
they're great. So fun fact actually about oh my god.
Brain fart.
England. Fun fact about England. When I first switched over to PC, I was playing with England for maybe 3 weeks, and this man was giving me the most amount of crap about my play. He's like, bro, you got to peek those. Like, what are you doing? It's just, dude, England's a great guy, man. I love that man.
No, amazing.
I've gotten better, I promise, chat. I'm Diamond Caster now. That's how this works. Diamond EU. You can't even give me crap about that. What's up? What's up with it? I'm Plat 1 NA, Diamond EU, but we got MVPs now. We got MVPs. Those things are important.
You
want me to go
first.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Anytime.
You know why? Because I'm picking the most important player on the entire dang team. It's going to be Factor. Factor was the most important player on that entire team. You want to know why? Factor had an impressive game. He was able to switch things up on a dime. He used his utility to a T. Whatever the team needed, he was there. And I'm pretty sure it's more or less the same speech as I gave last time about my previous MVP, but it still rings true. If you're able to adapt on the fly and do whatever your team is needed you to do, and you can do it to a T, what else can you want from a player? And that's exactly what Factor provided.
16 and 6, positive 10. That's insane.
Yeah.
So because you hit him with the left with Factor, I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the right. My MVP for the game is going to be the one and only. It's going to be the newcomer. My boy Tracking, a.k.a. Frey, who you guys saw. Why not? When this team started to turn on the burner jets, Tracking was the guy right next to Factor that made a difference. Yes, the rest of the team did well as support players, but this guy was a gunner, and he was picked up for that reason.
Yeah, so I was just checking because I never like to check my phone during broadcast, but Sko just said we were close enough, and he added me, and then he said, Veli really ain't anything.
Sko,
got him.
Sko, you're ugly. All right, so with that being said, here goes the post-match stats. Factor on top, Tracking right under him, and the rest of the team shortly behind. But you know what? Let's take a look at what Motive, Sonar, Nasky, Mean, Green, and Throw did. These guys are phenomenal. They've had great gameplay, such a great presence tonight in USN. Hopefully, this has been a learning experience. We will see them again. And with the type of gameplay they showed tonight, I would love to watch a team like this make it to land, man. So let's take a look at the total stats and what's up.
Yeah, well, sadly, we're not going to have a qualifier next Saturday, so we are wrapping up Stage 2 pretty soon. But next week we have the semifinals, best of ones, by the way. After that, so 2 weeks from now, are the best of 3. So those are the finals for the stages to see who goes to LAN. Remember that, all right? But all of you at home, if you want to sign up, it's the 14th of September. 14th of September. Make sure you guys get 14th of September, excuse me. So make sure you guys get signed up. You can sign up for free. Just have you and your 4 friends, and that's all you need to get signed up. Make sure also you guys are sending those clips into the Venmo community spotlight. But with that being said, guys, it's the saddest point of the night. I know, but we have to go. I've got to go try and get my Ash KD above 1.5 again. I love you guys. We will see.
Hey, don't close it out yet. I want to say something. What? So with this being, the last time we did the Eastern-Western thing from the first part of Stage 2, take a look at what we're actually seeing, though. Let's be quite honest. Did you ever think Parallax was going to beat Dark Zero? Did you ever think Seven Spades was going to have a match like this against Rise Nation? Do not stall when it comes to Stage 3. I want to see that bracket full. I want to see it maxed out. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you see who's already in it. Think about all of the quality teams that haven't qualified yet.
It's true.
Think about all of the quality teams that haven't qualified yet.
Geniuses.
So
Luminosity qualified yet? Nope.
I think they did.
Did they? I'm trying to remember. I'll have to pull it up later.
But there's still quality.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of
out
teams
there. Yeah, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a blast. For those of you in the chat, I love you guys. You guys are... I love this community, man. USN has been a blast so far.
Welcome.
Yes. It's amazing. So with that being said, go ahead and do your throw. I'm sorry for...
Oh, buddy, you're fine. You're fine. Come here. What's up? Hold on.
They're not going to switch it.
They're not going to switch it up. Just made it weird. Y'all just made it weird. Okay, we're ending. It's what now you do it. My gosh. I mean, we're falling apart over here. But again, guys, that's going to be it from us on the USN desk, and that's going to be it from me for the rest of Stage 2. I love you guys so very much, but I got to go home. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night.
I'm going to miss you, Stokes.